Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy DevKO22, and today is a special day. It's a special video. I'm joined by the one and only.
Mr. High Tone, what up, bro?
Yes,
How you doing?
sir. So one of NA's finest prodigies, Fate, HIDETONE, Bryan main.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
but yeah, we're just gonna go through Bryan matchups, what we think so far. A lot has, well, I'll say a lot, a fair bit has changed from season 2 to 3. Overall, a lot of the matchups feel the same, but we're just going to give you our opinion on, how we
Yeah.
approach certain matchups and how we feel about them. If you guys
hmm
disagree, let us know. Have a normal conversation. Don't stop saying no, no, no. It's just because you don't know the matchup. Just let us know. What you think. All right. Um, but yeah, we'll start from the top, and I'm glad we're starting with this one because this is exactly why I needed you here. These are the NA matchups
Jack.
right here, right? You see the Jack matchup. I hate this matchup. Yeah, I think this
Mm,
matchup is probably one of the hellish matchups, just
really?
because of his Gamma House stance
Gamma Hell.
and just you have bad punishment on his main low and.
Mhm.
But yeah, what do you think? I want your opinion on this one.
I think, like I used to think it was absolute hell, but then I improved in the matchup a lot, like launching down for two every single time. Um, Orbital is really good for his lows. I think Jack takes a while to kill you unless you like hit into Gamma Hal, right? Like if you do like a really big move into Gamma Hal, then you're gonna die with like guessing and all that. But I think maybe it's Hell or either or like slightly leaning towards Jack, but not absolute Hell, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
happy with that. Which one would you say?
Maybe Hell. I think the big thing is that like when he Gamma Howls, compared to King, he has like there's like a timing where he can't block,
Yep.
right, for a little bit. So it's not as egregious as like King just pumping muscle armor and you have to respect it,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, that's why I think it's just a lot of experience I think I have with Jack.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's one thing I've noticed. Like we've got, I'd say like two Jack players, like decent,
Mm,
like good Jack players, and
mm,
yeah, I sort of started to approach the same sort of ideology that I did with King, whereas like at mid range, I'm not gonna just commit to these big moves. I'm just gonna
yeah.
try if I see him Gamma, I'll just use like a 1-2
hmm
or sidestep left, dark, try and avoid his options if I think he's just gonna like instantly commit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still think he's just super annoying to deal with. His pokes are super
hmm
annoying. Little bit of high crush that he has is a bit risky with his like homing
hmm
launcher, but
Yeah, 1+2.
yeah, one plus
Yeah,
two.
getting jabbed. Yeah, when you try to jab that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I just been through it enough to like just know what to expect and like have a read on what they're looking for, maybe.
cool.
hmm
Jin Kazama. Okay.
Ugh. This matchup's hard, man.
Yeah,
This
no.
matchup, this matchup is so hard, bro.
Bro, I hate this. I genuinely hate this matchup. I think it's his I don't know what the input is, but it's his version of Laser Scraper.
Back for yeah, it's also the same input. Back for two.
By 4-2, okay,
Back
yeah.
for 2-3 is safe in this game, and it goes in a stance at +2
Yep.
for no reason. I think that makes it really brain dead because like the thing with Jin, right, is he's gonna cover the screen and hit boxes, and it's really hard to kill him for it, right? Like 2-1 is hard to step, you have to sidewalk left.
Yep.
Magic 4 is homing. Back 4 2 3 is I-15, so it frame traps like after electric
Yep.
and tracks both ways after plus frames. Um, yeah, I think the hard thing about this matchup is Jin is also contesting the mid range in the same place where Bryan wants to,
hmm
but Jin can normal hit launch you
Yeah.
while having better pokes in general
And
and stuff like that. And hitting him feels like shit too. Like you have to be careful of parry. You have to be careful of a 4-2, normal Tekken stuff like sidestepping and mashing 2-1 or mashing down jab.
mhm.
So I think it's either hell or absolute hell. Maybe hell.
Hell.
What do you
Okay.
think?
I think a lot of the same reasons as you. I think parry is like annoying to play around. When you start to get comfortable, like too comfortable, is when the parry just absolutely it just destroys you. It's hard to step him in general. It's nice having like good punishment on. I think it's down back four,
Yeah.
but that's really about it when it comes to the matchup. I don't feel
hmm
comfortable approaching him. I don't feel comfortable playing at range against him.
Yeah.
It just feels like you're constantly in like this guessing simulator,
Hmm.
especially when you're playing neutral. And again, like you said, like everything sort of frame traps into one another, and you know what's coming, but you know there's nothing you can do about it. All
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
movement needs to be like, if you want to avoid the laser scraper, you need like the cleanest like double sidestep just to avoid. Like you have to do the most in this
Yeah.
matchup, and
Yeah.
yeah, I would.
He's yeah.
I'm leaning towards absolute hell.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
wouldn't argue against it. I
yeah.
wouldn't argue against it. I feel like one thing that makes it a little like in season two compared to season three, right?
Hmm.
In season two, I was feeling like, okay, maybe it's even slightly leading towards Jin, where like they took away down two, they nerfed 2-1-4 or 4-2, and the health changes helped Bryan, and Bryan was really broken last season, so like Incinerator like was really brain dead.
Yep.
But now that I don't know, I feel like it's just gotten harder since really like buffed him a bunch
Yep.
and the heat smash and shit.
And that's actually another point that comes to mind is he just has a really good 10 frame punish as well. So a
Why
lot
is it
of
wall splat
yeah, exactly.
from
So
Narnia?
yeah, no, from stupid range.
Yeah, it's so good. His punishment is so good for Bryan. It's actually really jarring. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so good.
So yeah, I'll be happy to keep him in absolute hell. Chun.
I feel like you would have more experience about Jin than I would
Yeah,
because you
no,
probably fight like Kira and stuff all the time.
bro, I fight this character like every day in ranked. Um,
Mm.
I think this character, I used to think it was slightly leaning towards Bryan,
Hmm.
but then the more I started to play the matchup, it's more the character itself. Is the character's super safe. You sort
Mm.
of have to play. It feels like now at Jun's range with like her back to just over and over,
Yeah.
practically homing.
Hmm.
You don't have good punishment for her lows. You
Hmm.
have to like hard call them out, and that's not even the biggest problem. I mean, you sort of the way you used to play against Jun in season two, or even season one, was okay. Let Jun kill herself, chill,
Hmm.
call like just wait until your turn, right? But now it's
Hmm.
like it doesn't feel like you can do that anymore. She just slowly chips away at you. You never want to press because of her parry, her
Hmm.
can. There's like these really brain dead offensive loops that she has that
Hmm.
you just either have to just power crush or like hard call out sidewalk. It doesn't. I don't feel like comfortable in this matchup, and
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah, I think historically, like Bryan used to be really good against Kazamas, like
yeah,
because his knees and elbow argument, right?
yeah,
Like you don't have to get Sabaki, you don't have to worry about light parry, which is good. But they gave her like magic powers, right?
yeah,
Where like she's like hitting you with lasers. She has that laser parry, which is really jarring.
yeah,
Um, I think one thing that is okay about the matchup is like Bryan can kind of turtle against her because she's not gonna like one shot you or like she's not going to be in Izumo 50/50s all the time,
yeah.
right? So I think it could possibly be still leaning towards Bryan, but I also don't know about like the season 3 buffs that they gave her, like sidestep 4 being closer.
Yeah, that is one
Um
thing that's super
it's
annoying.
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
super annoying to deal with. And just in general, like the more I play against her, it starts to feel her poking department starts to feel like you're playing against Jin. Like it just feels like
Mhm.
she's glued to you. She has like her running one
Mhm.
plus two as well. They just sort of
Yeah.
loop over and over. And then
Mhm.
it comes to a point where it feels like you're just hard committing to a guess to get some sort of reward because you're slowly just getting pushed further
Mhm.
and further to the wall. And then it's
Mhm.
just like she's going to do a random duck into her 10 frame and you're going to get wall splat regardless.
Mhm.
Um,
I feel like maybe the way we play the matchup should be we beat her ass carefully, which is harder. It's easier to say than it, easier to say than do. But yeah, I like one thing that makes her, I guess, normal regarding comparison to like other waifu characters, right? Is her movement is really normal,
yep.
so you don't have to worry about her getting like stepping anything that you wouldn't expect or like backdashing like and you're down for a two whiffing or something like that. So like I think maybe just it might be still leaning towards Bryan, but on the defensive side, it's harder to deal with, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be happy to put it towards like leaning towards him because yeah, in a lot of scenarios where most of my successes come from would be taking a big life lead and then sort of forcing the Jun to try and like mix you and slowly like whittle you down, and then at that point you have enough information to like at least make one good read and then start your
Yeah.
offense again. So
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't mind putting it here still. Kazuya.
A lot of people say like Bilal, for example, like he says that this is Bryan's worst matchup. And if you watched him versus Keisuke, you
Mm,
remember in TWT LCQ
yep.
where Keisuke just demolished him. But I think it's not that bad. Personally, like, yes, he can launch Hatchet. Yes, you have to worry about electric, and he's like really strong with like 50/50s, down back four, QCF 1+2,
Mm,
or CD 1+2. But the thing that maybe I feel is that like he's either gonna do a lot of damage fast or he's gonna not do damage at all, right? Like a lot of the time you're chilling in neutral, waiting to play around electric timings. You
yep.
can down back three him, you can down four him outside of his spacing and like just move left, duck, and call out electrics and stuff. So I feel like it's even, maybe leaning towards him. But what do you think?
I've had I'm carefully gonna say the pleasure of fighting Duelist, and we got a lot of Kazuyas here, man, like Cavboy,
Yeah.
and there's just so many of them. I still think it is a terrible matchup for Bryan,
Mm.
and I think defensively, yeah, you can sort of approach it the same way, but I think the addition of him having forward forward two and Bryan's movement being, average, the sidestep like left duck philosophy doesn't feel as good. Up close
Hmm.
it's okay, even like side walking up close and stuff, but then obviously you're running the risk of, them doing their dash electric. You can't safely
Yeah.
jab against Kazuya, and
Hmm.
electric recovery is even, well, it's just more stupid in this game. It's so much more difficult to launch. Not saying it's impossible,
Hmm.
but it's definitely more difficult. A hatchet is a big problem, and the problem with having to rely on like down back three and down four is they're practically resetting you to neutral for minimal reward with obviously the HP
Hmm.
buff, right? And now
Hmm.
you're at that sort of range where if you jab and they're electric, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
Down back three is a little bit different. Obviously, there's a little bit of a mind game to
Hmm.
that, but yeah, I just don't feel like safe at
Yeah.
any up close is
Maybe
okay, but
maybe it's like he forces you to play in a different way, and I was like pretty used to doing that stuff in T7, so it feels the same.
yeah.
Like you can QC back one, which is really good to contest, which makes the matchup like a little bit easier, but it obviously has like Demon Paw and like Crash Dash 1+2. The electric is mainly the big problem because
100%.
like normal hit launching electric feels like shit to fight against and then the punishment, right?
Yep.
But I don't know. I went to Korea recently and I fought so many Mishimas and I was doing okay. I think it might be just a gameplay shift in like how you approach a matchup, maybe.
Yeah, that probably is
Yeah.
probably what it would take. I think with QCB1 as well, though, like what you're saying is valid, but I also think it's like the obvious answer for the other Mishima as well, because they know, you wanna once they like notice you're feeling a bit uncomfortable and you're gonna start like I don't like relying on QCB1. I think it's
Mhm.
like such a detriment to like a lot of Bryan players who like
Yeah, yeah,
rely on this move. And yeah, I'm sure you would agree. Like
yeah,
when you play someone who's like clued in on the mirror or the matchup, they're ducking this thing all the time. So when you're playing at that sort
yeah.
of mid range against Kazuya, they're just sidestep right ducking like all day, and because they
Hmm.
want to avoid run up hatchet or QCB1 or QCF1+2,
Hmm.
and then it's like yeah. I'm not sure I would have to like watch replays or something, or like see how you would approach fighting Mishimas now. But yeah, I just find it super uncomfortable fighting Kazuya in particular.
So would you put him in hell or something like absolute hell, or would you put him even
I
leaning towards?
wouldn't put him in absolute hell, because again, like what you're saying is valid. Like, well, first of all, we do have like good punishment.
Hmm.
Well, if we do end up launching him or ducking an electric, right? We have a lot of damage
Yeah,
taken to wall, Oki, Bryan things,
yeah.
whatever. I think the hatchet is like it's just so what it feels like, because I wanted to actually ask you your thoughts on season three Bryan, and like how you feel like he should be played now. And I feel like you're a
Mhm.
lot more reliant on hatchet now than you were in season
Mm.
two. It feels like a lot of my momentum is not coming from, obviously his heat is still good.
Yeah,
It's not the same, especially once your heat ends. It's like you're just
yeah.
you're back to sort of Tekken 7. Not really. I mean, you got QCB 1,
Hmm.
but you understand what I'm trying to say with that,
Yeah.
where it's like you need to use this hatchet to get your plus frame started and sort of like stick to them and use 1-2 a lot more. And you're down back
Hmm.
3, you're down 4. But what do you think about, before I place him, what do you think about Bryan in season 3 in general compared to season 2, and how you should be playing him, or how you do play him?
I think the biggest thing I noticed was the install change.
Yep.
Like, um, I'll do taunt forward 214 just to get snake eyes a lot of the time, or like in combos, I'm often going for snake.
Like
It's the install
QCF two
routes.
four, up 4-3+4,
QCF two
and whatever.
four, 4 3+4 routes just to like get it, and not having forward 212. Like you can still use it, but the amount of times you can use the install is like way less, right?
Yep.
It doesn't feel as brain dead, which is fun,
Mhm.
but I kind of agree with the momentum thing where you have to use hatchet a little bit more, but I don't know. It feels like a similar game in the sense like you're still looking for that one counter hit thing, and I don't necessarily need to keep pressure up. But yeah, I would agree that I'm playing like the install thing is the biggest change, and also the heat dash into up to 223. Like I noticed, like if the axis is a little wrong, like they just won't die,
Yep.
and it's like jarring.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
that's why I felt like it feels like, for me, it feels a bit more of a struggle fighting, because it's not a 2-tap anymore. It's more of a 3-tap, and if it is a 2-tap, it's
Hmm.
like perfect range, perfect combo,
Yeah.
perfect wall splat,
Like
right?
they
And
messed up.
yeah,
They hella messed up.
yeah, exactly. So you would say here, right? You would say even but slightly leaning
Yeah,
towards him.
I'd probably say that.
I'm
But
I'm
where would
happy. I'm
you
happy
put
to
him
leave it
hell?
here, like at the top of the.
Okay.
Okay.
King. All right, we're done.
Yeah, nah. Like, there's
Yeah.
not really too much to say on this character.
No arguing. Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
downfall
Down for two,
two
muscle armor.
muscle. Yeah, you can't play your game. You just can't play your
Yeah.
game. Downfall two is like the perfect button against Bryan. How are you gonna play mind games when you're -2 and they've got a downfall
Hmm.
two? Like, it's
Hmm.
impossible. And then mid-range muscle armor, no button works. On top of that,
Hmm.
his little Jaguar dash, back dash, a
Yeah,
nuisance
yeah, yeah.
nightmare. Yeah,
It's
this.
crazy.
Anything you want
Maybe
to
one of his
input?
worst. I think the only thing that makes this like from fighting Jake Man every week and like just Sandy
Oh
every
right,
week
yeah, I forgot.
is is like I've learned that defending against King is pretty chill until they like do a what is it, crouch dash throw,
Yep.
like a chain grab, right? I think chain grab is the thing that makes you stop turtling. But like besides that, I think if you're on point with guessing on the throws, because like Jasandi and Jake can do dash giant or like instant shining wizard. So it's not like you're just breaking one or the other. You have to guess.
Yep.
But for the most part, like he's pretty linear in terms of like down forward one, down forward two, forward neutral two to like get in. But yeah, it does like you still can't play your game. You're like killing him with cuts basically,
Yep.
and then you like try to duck a throw and launch him or something like that. But yeah, I think it
100%.
is absolute hell. You have to play so clean
Yeah,
and so on point.
I agree.
It's so hard.
On the day, if like my guessing is off in terms of throw breaks,
Yeah,
it's just wraps. Like, you're just
yeah.
constantly in just a mix over and over, and
Hmm.
it just feels like you can play King in such like a, I don't say degenerate way. Like, you can genuinely,
Hmm.
they could be losing so hard, and then all they're going to be doing is just crouch dash chain mix, and now you're about to eat
Hmm.
60 damage for guessing wrong. And
Hmm.
yeah, the comeback potential, and then Giant Swing obviously hits you from like range 10. Obviously, it's on you to break it, but like you said, a good
Yeah,
king is doing, dash up and mixing up their Giant Swing and their Shining Wizard. So it's at any range, it just feels so difficult to play around king. But yeah, your movement
yeah,
is your best friend in this matchup. I agree. You can definitely
for
like
sure.
sidestep right a lot of things, and then I think it says forward three. Is it forward three or forward four? Is a little mid kick when you can call out and go left, and there's like
Yeah,
small
down 4-3, I
pockets.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Small pockets you have
Mhm.
to be in. But yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, still absolute hell. I hate this matchup so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Lars.
So Lars, what do you think? Because I have like a I have a little story I can tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Like,
Lars is a weird one. For some reason, I even though we have really good Lars players, I don't find myself and remember all of his lows are like -12, but there's also the mind game with like his full crouch low where if they try to commit to a mix, you can just counter hit launch them with while standing three, which is like a blessing to have while standing three in this
mhm,
matchup. Lars has to commit to quite unsafe things to get in, whether it's his running high, his running two, whichever one it is.
mhm, anyone. Mhm,
His running one, and then he sometimes they try to use forward 1+2 from range. Playing the range game against him is I feel okay. I'm not too worried.
yeah,
Uh, G-Clef is obviously annoying to deal with. I still don't know why it's -12, but like
yeah,
we have a nice punish for -12 anyway, so
yeah,
it's not too bad. The random crushing he has is annoying, but it's nothing like Ling level.
mhm,
I would probably put this in even, to be honest. I think
mm.
I think the most annoying thing about Lars is Den 3. I don't
Yeah,
yeah, I don't really find him that annoying anymore. I don't think he's super strong. I just think he's
yeah,
giga brain dead, like the way you can play him. Yeah.
yeah. I think so I used to have an opinion where it's like a good matchup for Bryan because of the things that you said, where like he's only gonna really hit me low in stance. So it's like you can kind of turtle him or play range. Um Even with like the season two buffs or whatever, like we have a good punish on like the stomp, for example,
Yeah,
the heat
Stomp.
stomp.
Yep.
Um and and yeah, like if you know Lars, you know when to interrupt, when to move and all that. But then Wolsan came over to my house and then he picked Lars.
Yep.
And
Okay.
then I was like, isn't this a good matchup? And he's like, oh, you think it's a good matchup? You don't know Lars, do you? And then he just beat my ass like 20-0. And I was just like, what?
What?
And he didn't do no crazy stance things like anything like that. He just did 2-1, down forward one, and then instant shoe shine, and then would just stop and then block my stuff and then instant shoe shine or like whatever. And
Mm.
it just feels like he can play very strong basic Tekken with like 1-1-1 also,
Yep.
and he has like down forward one with an extension. So that plus single backdash against like 1+2, for example,
Yep.
or like down two, like he gets out of there. I think it makes it a little bit leaning towards him, but um, that's only after fighting like Nobi and Ulsan. And like besides them, I don't lose to any Lars.
That's what I was,
But
cause yeah, that's why definitely wanted like your opinion as well. Your experience is like, super valuable when it comes to this because every Lars I play against plays the same Giga Monkey
mhm,
way where they're just
yeah,
random mix or random
mhm,
sidestep arc blast or like
mhm,
and it just becomes a bit predictable, right? And then
yeah,
and you
yeah,
feel comfortable. But no Lars I've played against plays surprisingly when they have such a good down forward one with extensions, such a good G clef. None of them have
yeah,
thought to play in that way. So
mhm,
I
yeah,
would, yeah, I'm happy to like take your opinion on this one because
mhm,
outside of we've got obviously Kazoku Lars, LMG Mob,
mhm.
we've got Ethan. Like they are super strong players, but I don't think
It's
they're
like a meta change, you know.
yeah
So like I think Korean players or like Korea Japanese players, they like Nobi is aggressive where he wants you to like feel the pressure. Ulsan is similar in the same way where he plays drag like that, right?
mm,
Um, so it's kind of like a mindset shift rather than like they want to play Lars optimally. They're just following an objective of like trying to like make you suffer under pressure,
yeah.
basically. And if you watched like Nobi in his regional pools, it just felt like smurfing, basically. Like he would just run up shoe shine. You're not gonna deal with the mix after. I'm gonna crouch again, do shoe shine again, do shoe shine again, do while sending four, and then like he would stop for a rage or something. So it just feels like if you have a good player playing the character rather than a person that like you know how like if you fight like a Lili where they'll typically just step for no reason or
Yep.
like things like that. Like Lars players will just sidestep arc blast, like you said. If they don't have those habits, like
Mm,
how do you kill them
yep,
without
exactly.
hitting them?
Yes,
Yeah.
very true. I was actually thinking about that the other day as well, especially with the Lily thing. I think someone also tweeted it, and they were just like, Imagine if Lili players didn't just sidestep for no reason. What would that like gameplay like actually look like? It would be hell to deal with if they actually like stood there and thought about what you're
Yeah,
doing. Their G
yeah,
clef will be landing so much more often. They'll,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? They'll those little things will start to add up.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
interesting
Where
that
would you put Lars then after everything we talked about? It might be even still or leaning towards probably even. It's just I used to think it was a good matchup for Bryan, and then now I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's not like actually good for Bryan.
because like it's so difficult like with that logic as well. It's like a lot of these matchups could just shift up because of how they could be played. But that's why this is important because it's not just about like, what we're most comfortable with and then where would we put them. It's like what can this character actually do?
Yeah.
And then what
What's their
can
max potential?
exactly. So that's why I think that's important. And yes, if a Lars is using his pokes effectively and his good single backdash, especially after things like QCB1 where like anyone can backdash down too, right? Like it's probably
Yeah.
even better for Lars after that,
Mhm.
where like probably down forward even with for Lars and he could get even a bigger
Yeah.
punish. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, so you would put this here, it leans towards Lars, or would you put it in even?
I, I think even is fine too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Put
Yeah.
it in even.
Law.
Well, I'll take your opinion on this one first. Obviously, I think I saw you play that first attending against Ninja Killer. What was it like? Was it 10-7?
Yeah, 10-7. We fought many times.
Yeah.
Like I would consider him a training partner. There's been days where he's done like 33-7 to me or
Okay.
something like
Yeah.
crazy. Like he's really mastered the character.
Hmm.
Um Timing's insane. He blocks everything Bryan does. It just feels like I have to fight for scraps off like down forward one and down fours and then get one lucky counter hit. So it feels really difficult. But his pressure and looping DSS stuff, like while sending four into crouch, really annoying. Nunchuck slide, obviously 1-1-1, and something that's really annoying is like, when you're doing like a down 2-3 or like a down forward 1-1, and you're committed to like a string. Ninja Killer will step it and punish you with G Clef,
Okay.
like on counter hit,
Yeah.
and he'll go into heat, and then you're dead. Like it's like, oh my god, it's so jarring. Like, I think the thing with this matchup is that the law player has to be really good. I think both players obviously have to be really good. You have to be good at surviving his DSS options and guessing when he goes into slide, etc.
Hmm.
But the law player does have to fight. Like he has to constantly show you like offensive patterns and show you like, okay, this is what I want to do after this, blah blah blah. And they're still taking risks with slide. And like Bryan's really good at punishing slide, right? You get a combo, etc. Right? So I think it's even, but Law's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
but it depends on the match. It depends on how good the person is, right? You're not losing to a random Law because he's boosted, but you're losing to a good player on Law, and it feels unwinnable. So it's a little bit different compared to like random Anna in season two, you
Yeah.
know?
100%. I have a very
Yeah.
similar opinion. So remember I told you I shot like a video about this tier list, but I wanted a
Mhm.
second opinion anyway. And my thought process was exactly the same with Law, where I think it's even. And I think with the season three
Mhm.
changes, I put it like leaning towards Law, but I said solely because of the purpose that they gave him this blue spark. So I think I said it's not
Mhm.
a matchup thing, it's a character thing where it's like you're always looking for these little exchanges and little rewards or
Mhm.
like a little sidestep, when you
Yeah.
have a read, right? And now you can't even do those things anymore. So now it just
Mm.
feels like Law has this extra bit of momentum and this one extra thing that they can do that you can't do anything about.
Mm.
And it just makes it just makes the matchup become worse for Bryan, where he needs those little moments or those little launches because you end up playing this like I've fought Sensei like numerous times and go saying like numerous times in ranked and it's
Mhm.
just like I need to be able to sidestep when he goes into like DSS or at least sidestep block and not worry about certain options. But now it's just like, okay, he's going to do blue spark and now I can't punish it. Or like after running move, you can do blue spark now. And it's like, this character is just it's just so stupid. And yeah, like the worst part is once they enter heat, you're just in like this guessing simulator. But again, like Bryan has
Yeah,
like really good punishment for him. Um, and yeah, I think it is just a skill matchup between them. But yeah, like you said,
yeah,
Law is just absolutely messed up, and
yeah.
even more messed up now. So yeah, I would probably still put it in.
Leaning towards law.
Yeah, I'd put it like leaning towards Law, but genuinely just because of the blue spark change right now. That just because you can't step certain things that you used to be able to step now.
I think you can step it right still. It's just that if they counter hit while standing forward, it's guaranteed, and that's fucked up.
There's that,
Like
but that's only from while
rewarded.
standing four. You'll still be able
Uh
to like just about, but like his running move, for example, you can't step it anymore.
uh
Like there's certain
mhm.
scenarios you can't now. But yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
No, no, no. I was done. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think both of us have a lot of law experience.
Yeah.
Like he's so popular in the high level, right? Loyalist character. I think they rewarded the top level. Like I think this problem is only for the top level. And it's like
Yep.
because the new law players are not doing DSS, right? They're just holding forward and like like before it was like,
Yep.
oh, why is this safe? And then they took it away and then they gave them a hard input to make it safe again. And it also has a messed up pushback if you played against it.
Yeah,
Like if
that's
you
what's saying.
jab, if you down forward two, down two, everything whiffs like
Exactly.
after the pushback. It is messed up.
It's
But yeah, they
ridiculous.
do have to be good. They have to be good at the game.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Where would you what?
Leaning towards law then,
Yeah, I'd probably
maybe.
put
Yeah.
just about leaning towards. If it was season two, I would 100% I would
Like
say
hell
even.
or like or even okay.
Yeah, that's season two. Paul Phoenix.
Paul. So I have this guy that goes to my local, kind of like a training partner now. But I fight his Paul like every grand finals basically, and it's so hard because he's so patient and he knows that he can also one shot me. I think when people turtle against Bryan, it's really annoying, right? Like you'd rather fight someone that panics a little bit or like is willing to sidestep button or like isn't reacting to hatchet. So I think he overall has really good punishment. His forward two is messed up. He can get in whenever he wants to with while sending 1-2.
Yep.
Um, and when he does get you to the wall, like you have to just guess.
Yep.
Like between Demo Man and heat spotting Death Fist or like low heat smash. And we do have a good punish for it, so I duck for it. But then they just heat dash launch
It's
you,
yeah,
and it's messed up,
it's just not worth it. And
I think it's a hard matchup. What do you think?
I think it's a hard matchup as well. There was like a part of me where it was like, Dev man, like you've got, you can launch -14 stuff, but like it just doesn't matter. This character can
Yeah,
like live in sway, right? You're trying to
yeah,
like play
yeah.
this mid-range game, and he's just there like Dougieing in
Just
your
like,
face, right? And I'm just like,
yeah,
what the hell? What do I press, right? As soon as I decide to do QCB1, he sways back into his like QCF one
yeah,
plus
yeah,
two, and I'm just like, I don't care if that's -14, okay? I can't jab, I can't QCB1, right?
yeah,
As soon as I'm thinking of doing a button, he's now in my face doing his like 1-2, and again, he's doing his shimmy, and I'm just like,
yeah, yeah.
and I think it's like QCB4, is it QCF4, his homing kick?
Q spec for yeah.
QC back four, like you can just, bro, the range on it, I swear they've like shadow buffed it or something because that shit hitting me from like range 2.5, 3, and I'm just like I'm trying to approach and I'm just getting counter hit, but like trying to jab and yeah, I understand the mind game of like where I can like G clear for jab check or then sidestep right duck, and but it's just
Yeah,
the pool never needs to play on that immediate timing because of
yeah.
his like sway and the crushing that he has in general. So
Mhm.
yeah, man,
Yeah, I think it's messed up.
yeah, I think it's messed up. And Hexmarks has been just absolutely frying me in ranked recently, bro. He's like 2-0'd me, 2-0'd me, 2-0'd me like three sets in a row, and I was just like, I just feel like I don't know what to do. It's
Yeah,
I think
might be
it's
hell.
yeah, I
Might be
think it's
hell.
hell. I'm happy to put this
Yeah.
in hell.
Nina. Oh, brother. I think this might be hell too.
Yeah, I would put it in hell,
Um,
100%.
I feel like every character feels the same way against Nina pressure.
Yep.
Maybe maybe there's some specific matchups like Lili or like Asuka or something, like where they can actually do something about like down forward 1-2 or sidestep one, right?
Yep.
But like if you can't, you just have to sit there and like wait for them to kill themselves. Like hope that they thirst for like a down forward 1-2, down forward 1-2-4, or like sidestep one into like a QCF2 and they stop that pressure themselves.
Yep.
But I think overall this character is really messed up. They didn't really nerf anything about her, right? Like her wall sending 1/+2 still does 70 damage.
Yeah.
Like for a wall splat.
Yeah. Yep.
She has she has back 2/2 counter hit, confirm at the wall.
Yep.
Um
Into
they
the
did
1000
nerf
damage.
no, they didn't nerf anything, right? I
They
don't
didn't nerf
they nerfed
anything.
Anna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
they
Anna
didn't
they
change
nerfed
anything.
heavy. They didn't nerf
Yeah.
anything. Her forward 3+4 still exists. It will still
Yeah.
track you both directions at what -4
Yeah.
or whatever. Stupid
Mhm.
move. And yeah, man.
Now, I think to play like devil's advocate, right? Like Nina players like Arsenal, for example, like they'll feel like they're doing all this work hitting Bryan, and you're just sitting there and you just find one opportunity to kill them, and they hate the matchup because of that.
Yep.
But like you kind of force every character to play that way, right? It's just that Bryan has the reward to like convert from that into a
Like big
taunt OP
damage,
setup.
taunt, yep.
Yeah, exactly. But I think leaning towards Nina, maybe Hell, but yeah, it's definitely really hard. Really
Yeah,
hard.
100%. I think it's yeah. I would probably put it in
Hell.
hell. The old me would have put it in absolute hell, but
Mhm,
recently I've been finding like I've been seeing why some like Bryan mains don't mind the matchup,
mhm.
and I've just been having a bit more success fighting some Ninas in ranked. But when I watch my games back, I'm just like, oh, you guessed like well there, like
Yeah.
you were like fuzzying, like well done, man. That oh you
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
guessed and I got my full crash down for 2-1. It wasn't I wasn't watching it thinking like, yo, this is a lot easier than I thought it was. It was just like just
You
making
have to be permanently locked in,
yeah,
like just
permanent
like
like
trying.
locked
Yeah,
in on that day, bro.
yeah.
And
It's so hard.
yeah, you're just guessing. You're just guessing and waiting. And it doesn't matter that she's just very safe. It doesn't matter that she's
Mhm.
throwing out so many buttons and whatnot. They're just safe buttons and there's nothing you can do about it and it's just annoying to deal with. So yeah, I'll
Mhm.
just who do you reckon is worse though? Nina or Paul?
I think Nina is like this comes down to experience too. Like if I see like one of the three in the rank queue, I think I would rather fight Paul than Nina, and then I would rather fight Nina than Jack, just because like you're still playing normal against those characters, and then Jack is like doing Gamma Howl and shit.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just mogging in your
Yeah.
face, man. Just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
So I think, yeah,
something like this.
sure. Yeah, that's cool. Xiao Yu. I think
Oh,
every Brian has had like a nightmare about Xiao Yu once, or like had a crash out session fighting Xiao Yu.
it's
But I
actually
want,
it's just peak, right? Like do you know BM, right? He's a Austrian
yeah.
Bryan player,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Now this guy, he plays Ling as well, and
Oh, for real.
he's like, oh, like Bryan's got some decent stuff in the matchup, right? So whenever he goes into ranked, he never finds Ling, right? Never, never. Me, I hate Ling with like all my heart and soul. I hate this character, right? When I go into ranked, I'll fight 5 or 6 in a row, and I'll watch some of
Mhm.
their games back, and I'm just like, oh, right. So I could have down forward here. I could have down forward here, and then I just come to realize that I have nothing against this character, but while standing 3 and down 4. But I don't feel like I fight many top level Xiao Yus. Uh,
Mm,
like Chang doesn't play ranked, for example, and then outside of
mm,
that, like we have a guy called Kanda, but he hasn't played at all in season 3, I don't think either.
mhm,
My connection with Mr. Croft is terrible, so I don't get to play against him. Uh,
mhm.
so like yeah, I don't really get too much experience against it. Like I would just put it in absolute hell, but I know I'm
Mm.
not well versed in the matchup. I feel like you get to
Yeah.
play against
I
better
fight
links. So
I fight Cuddlecore peeling all the time.
yeah,
And I think it's one of those things where it's like I know this matchup is so bad that I've tried to focus so much that I know it so well, right?
okay,
That because I have so much experience, I think the law said that like it's one of his good matchups, even though
okay,
like I know it's crazy. Like you
right,
have to stray away from his default gameplay, but because you have up to 2-2 to hit AOP, for example, or things like that, I think the matchup is really difficult, but I don't know. I deathmatched Cuddlecore yesterday for like 2 hours straight.
Oh
Just Xiao
God.
Yu, me and her back and forth.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't wish that on
Yeah,
anybody, right?
nah.
Like
That is
I
absolute hell.
think yeah, but like I was able to like I think the damage difference and like being able to forward one her or like QC back one her when she's coming out of AOP, like those things I've worked on.
Okay.
And because like you're not going to be able to hit them with a counter hit if they're in AOP or if they're defensively playing, right? But if they're trying to shift into that, they see nothing whiffs and then they try to do a move coming out of it. That's when you can find like your counter hits and stuff. So I think it's not necessarily even, but I don't think it's absolute hell anymore. On paper, it's definitely one of his worst matchups, but I would say with a lot of experience, like it's probably leaning towards Xiaoyu or Hell.
Okay. I'll leave this one to you. Which one would you put it in? Even
Probably Hell.
but hell?
Hell.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's put Hell. Like I can't just sit here and be like, yeah, yeah, it's good. Like she can still launch while sending one. She can launch the 1+2 2. She can crush every mid you can think of except for like maybe two. And
Yep.
like she can mix you to hell with like down forward one and like back turn stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's still hard.
Absolute struggle. But yeah, cool. I'm happy to leave that there. Asuka.
What do you think about this? Because historically, we talked about like Kazama's used to be good for Bryan, right?
Hmm.
In seven and season one, even like before they got the running move, before they got a forward 1 2, the full crouch charge got nerfed, the down 1+2 got nerfed. But I feel like still, it's just, I don't know if you have the same struggle where people that sit there and they're not playing any timings, they're just sitting there waiting for your offense to end and then
Yeah.
they'll do a panic read. It's more frustrating to like get damage on them because you have to actually hit them rather than timing them. Like they're just waiting to wait for your blocks then. I feel like Asuka players do that, then like random down 4 2 or random back three, random can. And it's jarring to hit the character.
I agree, but I think it's also there has to be like a line between. It's important to obviously adjust to all different types of play styles. Like for me, I hate that play style and fighting against it. It's like, and it's very common as well in EU.
Mm-hmm.
Even very strong players have this play style where it's like
Mm-hmm.
they're not interacting with you at all. They are just
Yeah.
holding back for like five interactions and just
Mm-hmm.
waiting for a random launch, a random sidestep hop kick.
Yeah.
Like it's frustrating to deal with, but it's like we've got because you could quite like well and truly you could do that with like any character on this list.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like what
Do you
would
think that
be
because of your experience, like you're more comfortable with fighting that?
yeah, I think like that kind of play style, I've understood what I would need to do, like or what I need to do, and generally all I do against like those kind of players is just I just spam out downfall or hatchet, and then I
Yeah.
don't take my mix after. Like I'll just
Mm-hmm.
use it, I'll backdash, see if they do anything, and then just throw it out again
Yeah.
and again, and then eventually they have to start taking risks or pursuing you.
Yeah.
I think the
Fair.
the elbows and knees argument isn't as important in Tekken 8. I think it still applies if you're looking at things on paper, like, oh, it's nice that in certain scenarios I'm not gonna eat, you're launching parry.
Yeah, like down for a two Sabaki, for example, or something.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like as a Bryan, the it doesn't matter that we have those tools because that's not where our like mind games come from. Our main
Yeah.
tools that we want to use is jabs and down forward one is like super strong and those do get
Mm-hmm.
sabakied. So
Yeah.
in our head it's like there could be that one moment where we're just like, okay, I wanna, take my frames with my down forward one. And that could be the moment they decide to sabaki and you get launched
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
that argument for me is it's there, it's relevant, but it's not as important, I don't think anymore. Especially with the way you want to play Bryan. Obviously, like Incinerator as well. You have up 2 2 2 3 you want to use sometimes to track them if they just keep like moving and
Yeah.
stepping all the time. So yeah, I think it's a part of the argument. I don't think it's as important. And when it comes to Asuka's playstyle, if they're just like backdashing and not interacting, it's definitely annoying. But I don't think they're
Mm-hmm.
it's playing into the Asuka's favor because I think she used to be a defensive character like that, where that used to
Mm-hmm.
be like the playstyle. But I think
Mm-hmm.
you benefit more from still using her running 1+2 and trying to take them to the
Yeah.
wall so you can use down 1+2 and get a follow up.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the other hand, you also want to get those launchers with her, the downfall twos, the random
Yeah.
can, the parry
Forward
launchers.
four, the homing high.
Exactly,
Yeah,
because they have
there's so
such
much.
insane wall carry and
Mm,
insane damage. And when I say
yeah,
insane wall carry, I mean it's like almost Jin level.
it's crazy.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous to
it's
deal
so
with.
crazy.
So I feel like I just like spiffle spaffled a bunch of things, but
But it's all valid. I think like it's still a really difficult matchup. I think
yeah,
the offense they gave her is like it makes it veer away from the traditional sense of like, oh yeah, this is you're fighting a defensive character with a defensive character. You have counter hits and elbows and knees to cover, like hitting her. But now she's like mixing you way more. She has like
yep,
hella chip. She has more damage than you
yep.
for the most part. Like even in the open, like if you random an infinite stage,
Her
like she's
staples are
spiking
doing
you
over
regardless.
90,
Yeah, it's
like
so much
over
damage, so she doesn't
90.
care.
It's
I
mad.
think it might be hell or even leaning slightly towards her, but
I would
I wanted
be,
to hear your opinion on it so that I'm not crazy, like
oh, I wouldn't put it in hell. I don't
mhm,
feel the same way I feel when I'm fighting a Paul
that's true.
and Nina. And we both have like two ends of the same stick. You have King Ray Jr., well, we have Fergus. So it's like,
Mhm.
it's just both valid. So I think I'll be happy to like kind of come to the middle here. If you're saying hell
Mhm.
all this, I think even all this, I'll be happy to put it here. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
Leroy. I think this one is one of his best matchups,
yeah,
honestly.
I think so as well.
Leroy's not scary in the sense of like he's not going to do anything that you don't know, right?
Yep.
He might parry on immediate timings and it can be annoying, but it's just how he operates. Like we fight Jin, but it's imagine like Jin with no electric and no like coverage on his offense and stuff like that.
Yep.
So he has to take big risks when he hits you. His cane, his low cane's -14.
Yep.
If he guessed correctly. His damage is insane, and Hermit is annoying to deal with, but it's not something that we're foreign to, like in this game, dealing with stat stuff.
Yep.
So I
100%.
think in general, like it's just really good for Bryan.
Yeah, I think this is one of Bryan's best matchups. All for the same reason. I still think he's super linear. Obviously we can punish Loki, and it's like you know what you're dealing with when you're playing against this character. It's a lot of flows, it's a lot of highs, and it's a lot of sidestep or sidewalk left. And then unless it's down 1+2, then sidestep right. Like it's very simple. I
It
think
makes
dealing.
sense,
Yeah,
right?
it makes
Yeah,
sense.
it
This
just makes
matchup makes
sense.
sense. It's not like you're
Yeah,
fighting King and you can't press anything ever. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think we're cool with that.
Lili. I accidentally started some discourse on Twitter with this one.
Bro,
Um,
I've been starting discourse with Lili, man. I swear it started from the Discord and it's traveled. It's gone to Twitter at this point because
yeah.
I've never seen such downplay of a character in my life.
Yeah, yeah. The character is ridiculous on paper, and I think it's just like how the game, like, like they want all characters to do everything really well,
Yep.
right? Like Bryan getting QC back one, sure, like he has pressure there and all that, but like Lili has, more options to go into back turn now. She has the same evasion, the same sidewalk, the same, like they gave her a G clef. And then they buffed her punishment in this season. I think she's like top three winners of this season.
Yeah,
Like not
100%.
many people got changed, right? Like it was just nerfs for Asuka and a Bryan, and then they buffed like
Viktor,
Lili and
Lili,
Viktor. Yeah.
yeah,
And
Lee,
and that's it.
Devil
Yeah, and
Jin.
Lee. Yeah. So I think it was always a hard matchup. Like when I went to Korea, I fought Shine, and he's obviously amazing at the game. But I was just like locked in for like 3 hours fighting him, like
Yeah,
day after day. I'm like, bro, this is so hard. But seeing like myself get more comfortable in the matchup, it was fine. And then they gave her forward 1+2 in season three. And like I've been talking to Lohi, and he's just like, "Yo, this feels real hard." And I'm like, "Yeah, I feel you, bro. Like,
bro.
it feels really hard. Like
Forward
a
one
lot
plus
harder."
two is ridiculous, and there's some people there's so many people in EU who are like almost defending this move. They're like, it's linear. I remember today in this I was watching Kira's stream and the Ilias was saying, oh, like Leo was on the screen. He was like, oh, does Leo have the most accessible mix up in the game? And I was like, no, I think it's Lili. Forward 1+2, and he
Yeah,
was like, oh, but it's -3. I was like, you said accessibility. I think that's the most accessible 50/50 in the game. And he's like,
bro,
you're
you
getting
have
mixed
to
at minus
guess.
three. I was like, what do you
Yeah,
mean I'm getting mixed at -3? bro, it's a mix. If I try to
It's
mid
a
check,
legit mix.
it's a legit mix. If I try to mid check, I'm getting power crushed. If I down jab, she can turn out of back turn and hop kick me. Like,
Yeah.
if I do anything slow, I'm getting the high. It's bugged as well right now, so I can't even like duck properly. Like, it's all over the place. If I try to jab, she's got a high crushing low, which is -12. Like, bro, what do you want me
I
to?
know.
What do you want me
Bro,
to do?
people have been like so angry at me because they're like, not all her back turn lows are -12. And I'm like, what top player is using her back turn sweep, bro?
Yeah, bro.
What top player is using like down 3-4 from back turn? That's not even natural, bro. They're only doing down 4 or down 2. That's why
Legit.
it's like, okay, I have to low parry. Like they added back turn 3-4
Yeah,
to like beat slicer right duck, right? Because you used to just beat slicer right duck in T7 and that's all you do.
yeah,
But now it's like you actually have to guess, and she has like a plus rate move from it, and then she can just rinse it. Also, like just
indeed.
I think I think it's a really hard matchup in terms of like both ends. Like you can't block successfully against her, and you can't hit her without caution,
Yeah.
right? So like it's really hard. You have to be really clean. I think the only argument is like if she's not hop kicking you, meta horning you, counter hit forward four, she does have to do a lot of work to kill you, right? Like I do think that Lily players have to be good, and it comes back down to like that argument with like Lars, where like what if you don't just mindlessly sidestep? Sure, Bryan has a good 1+2 to deal with it,
Hmm.
or like mock kick, but what if you G clef there, or you just stand block? Like we're not really doing damage to you, right?
Exactly.
So I don't usually bitch about Lily, but when I fought Raigeki, he plays like fundamental Tekken, and like he knows where her strengths lie, and he will make a sidewalk read once in a while. But it's
It's
hell,
hell.
I think, for sure
Down
hell.
four's my best friend, but the other day it got stepped to the right by Lili.
Yeah, she can step it.
And I
Yeah.
was just like, bro, what? It's just, yeah. And I know people have some like Lili players were also saying, oh, you just let Lili kill herself, play at like mid range as Bryan. What good Lili is out here spamming her like homing high or her slide from mid range? Like they know that is what you're looking for, and it's so easy to close distance in this game. So it's just that just doesn't work in my opinion. It's like they're doing it up close, they're doing it at range. Is yeah, I think it's just super hard to lock down Lily in general. I'm never comfortable to take a mix at
Yeah.
the wall, especially at the amount of times like normally you do like a hatchet or a back one, and you might go for like jet up or back four to stop them stepping to the left. It
Mhm.
it doesn't work against this character. This character
Yeah.
can just step it once and be at your back, and now you're wall splattered. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. She's really good. I think her punishment and stuff are really strong too. Like
Oh, yeah,
4-2-3. Her
that's
whiff punishment is really good. The if you do any of her lows, like it all -12, like 4-4-4, down 3, down 1.
yep.
It's hard. Like having a wall spine 10 frame too.
Yes, exactly.
It's
I was just
so
gonna
tough.
say it's
It's
from any
it's
range.
tough, man.
From any
Yeah,
range, I
it's
swear
so
to God.
tough. They do have to be on the right axis, but it's like they step to be on the axis.
Full crouch down forward
But
one as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Bane on my existence. Mid crushing Bryan's high, which is forward three. Apparently forward three is a
yeah.
high. But
Yeah. When I think of like Bryan struggles with female characters, like there's three characters that come up to mind, right? It's Alisa, Ling, and Lili.
yep,
Like those three are the main ones because they kind of bend the rules in their favor, right? They have movement or evasion. So yeah, I think it's absolute hell maybe.
absolute hell, or would you say
Or
hell?
maybe
Which one?
hell. Maybe hell. I don't know. The Lili player has to be good. That's the problem. Right? Maybe hell.
Hell?
The Jin, any Jin though, any Jin, any King is just like messing me up, bro. It's just like, oh, all of a sudden you just want to play like a TWT finalist,
Yeah.
like, like you can just copy and paste any Jin's offense,
Yeah.
and you gotta hold that no matter what. But like Lily, you gotta like actually have
Bro,
fundamentals,
my
I
win
think.
rate against my win rate against Jin is good, but Seth? But no, Seth
Yeah,
from
NSF, yeah.
bro, I think I have like I think he has like an 85% win rate over me. Bro, it's dark. It's so dark. We've only played
But
like
I mean,
15 games or something, but it's dark. It's dark.
to be fair though, season one Jin was so hard for us to fight,
Yeah,
right? So
it
it's
was mainly
probably
season one.
veering back from then because that's when he was playing a lot, right?
Yeah.
Season one he played a ton. Like it was messed up back then. Counter hit down two, beating our 1-2s. So like, how are you not supposed to jab Jin?
Yep.
Anyways, but yeah, we can go on to the next one. I think Lily's in a good spot. I think yeah, Hworang best
Yep.
matchups. I think we can both agree here. Like, I think Hworang in general struggles to keep pressure on you because he has to constantly mix himself, right?
Yep.
He doesn't have necessarily any coverage, right? He doesn't have something to beat down jabbing, moving, or mashing and hit you for damage, right?
Hmm.
So the only Hworang players that I lose to are like the top of the top,
Yeah.
right?
Same.
So like I fought Edge first to five in Korea. It was really hard. 5-0. Like he's just blocking everything I do down for a two time. He's on point. I mean, you've seen him play.
Yep. Yep.
My mentor and teacher is Speed, and he's just like beating me up for like habits of like the past 5 years,
Yeah. Yep.
And like I fought Rest, but if you're not them, like my win rate against Hworang in general is like 85%. I
Yeah.
think like win
Mine's
rate.
around like
It's pretty chill.
70 something, but it's only K-Wiz who absolutely like
Right.
would
You're fighting an
beat me.
active competitor.
Exactly.
Like
So
I'm not fighting anyone that's like an active TWT competitor or whatever. So like it just feels like I'm just like cleaning the streets of like Hworang players learning the game.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that's
100%.
probably why, yeah.
And while standing three
K-Wiz
is
is
like
nice though.
a god button in this matchup.
Yeah,
I
it's so
swear.
good.
I don't need
Instant
to deal with
193.
flamingo jabs. I just duck and just throw it
Yeah.
and pray. Like this is probably gonna counter
It's
you.
so good. Yeah,
But
keep going with your offense, bro,
yeah,
please.
yeah,
Like
legit. I just
it's
pray
good.
that they
It's
just
so good.
overcome it and it just works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy with that. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
though it's funny on my list, my other list, these are the exact two I had in best matchups, and that was probably it.
Yeah, yeah.
But we'll see. Claudio.
Claudio. I haven't played him since season 3. Because they gave him down for a 3-1 -14 instead of -12. So that's a big wall pressure change. I think being able to launch that is pretty nice. The install change where he doesn't get starburst anymore is way better for us, right? Because
100%. We can actually jab.
when he has yeah, when he goes out of heat after back 4-2, we don't have to guess on Yeha or side set 4 anymore or whatever.
Yep.
So I think he got nerfed, not necessarily pretty hard, but like it's just healthy, you know.
I
But
agree.
maybe even like it's like one of those matchups where are you taking damage unless you're fucking up, right?
Yep.
Like he has to like down back 4-3 a lot, side set 4 a lot,
Yep.
counter hit down forward 2, or like make plays off forward 4, right?
Yep.
Like I think the character, he locks you down, but Bryan doesn't care, right? Like about being locked.
I
Yeah.
think I might.
So maybe
I would even think about moving this towards leaning towards Bryan now, because back 3-3 change, being able
it's
to
nice.
12 frame that is like insane.
Yeah.
The only thing I was thinking about was like he's got sidestep 4, which like we didn't get a great punish on, and that's his best low. But now it doesn't counter hit launch, so I'm not even like that worried about it. Not counter hit launch. You get counter hit
Counter hit
follow up.
lockdown. Yeah.
So I'm not even like too worried about that move. We can actually jab against him now. If he takes you to the wall, obviously, I mean, dealing with his hop kick is a nightmare. That's like really all he has. The downfall 3 change, I think it was good, but really good Claudios are like always confirming that shit. It's very rare they just like let it rip. But
Yeah.
if they do, then yeah, it's getting launched now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Claudio has to work a little bit harder now in the matchup.
I think I could agree with putting it towards leaning towards Bryan. And I think like the way they nerfed him is super healthy. Like I wish
100%.
the devs would do something similar to like most of the cast, right? Like the way they nerfed Bryan was pretty healthy too. Obviously there's more things they should do. But like Claudio, for example, like at his peak, the guard break, the down back 1+2 was -2.
Yep.
Like in heat. Like he's fallen so far from how busted he was, and even back then like we didn't say like, oh, Claudio top 1.
Yep.
But like because he's been nerfed a lot and everyone else has stayed the same, I think yeah, like it's a lot healthier, and I wish they just did that to like the rest of the cast really.
100%. Even like upward 2, they got rid of like the active frames, so it doesn't just randomly
not as
clip you
linear.
now. Like
It's more linear, sorry.
yeah, it's more linear. So it's
Yeah.
just like yeah, I think they've done a really good job with nerfing Claudio. I don't even know what I would change anymore on him. Maybe like I think low heat smashes are just a terrible,
Yeah.
just terrible thing.
I think heat smashes in general should just not interact with the stage, but that's just me.
I think so as well.
Like it would be so healthy to like not have to guess between like a low heat smash and a mid wall splat.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
it's so dumb.
Because that's exactly how Claudio is played. Like especially with chip damage, this guy pops heat, does running 1+2 or running 2, right? You're at the
Yeah.
wall, and now it's just like you're gonna guess between a mid launcher and a low heat smash, and it's gonna break the wall. And that's how like every round went against this character, and that's how the rounds will still
Yeah.
go. Outside of that,
Mm.
if I play this character on an infinite, it's so
Yeah.
bliss. It's so
It's
bliss.
so chill. Like you can kind of play it like seven. You're just
Yeah,
chilling. You
yeah,
have the offense. You have the freedom to like do whatever you want, unless you get hop kicked. But yeah, he falls under like all the categories of like what Bryan likes to fight. Like
yep,
he's not gonna mix you to hell. You're not scared of him standing there like Kazuya or something.
yep,
He doesn't have like insane pressure tools or whatever, and then he doesn't have like crazy crushing or anything like that besides like hop kick, right?
yep,
So yeah, normal character, I think.
yeah.
Azu though.
Azu,
Azu. Have you fought a lot of Azucena in this season?
brother, brother. You know Neon K. You know this guy, bro.
Oh yeah,
You
you
know
have Neon K.
this guy, bro. And I'm so glad I've never had to run into Evil because Evil used to tax the life out of me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
bro, this character's ridiculous, bro.
Mm.
Bro, John Dings picked up Azu.
Yeah, I think the character is ridiculous,
I think
bro.
the character's ridiculous, bro. There's nothing this character doesn't have.
Yeah,
Insane lows, insane back turn, insane mixes, great coverage, crazy homing tools, evasion. Like, bro,
yeah.
what does this character not have, bro? What does this
Crazy
character
punishment. Her 1-2 wall splat goes so far.
so far?
She has the hit confirmable heat engager. She has panic tools out the ass, backswing blow, forward 1+2 power crush, the normal stuff. Yeah, I think that I've been fighting her, and I feel like it feels like her and Viktor are like the epiphany of like what TA design is,
100%.
right?
I agree.
Where they just want you to go into stance and you have to guess between option A, option B, or option C. And when something that like people don't talk about is that like when Bryan's put in situations like that, his defensive counter hit aspect of him disappears.
Yep.
Right. He's only going to counter hit you in the approach in the neutral, but Azucena like is able to get in so easily,
So
and you
free.
have to respect like so many things that like I feel like this matchup is either hell or absolute hell, but that might just be unfamiliarity at the same time. But what do you think?
I would definitely be leaning towards absolute hell. Only good thing Brian has is good punishment on a lot of her lows.
Hmm.
Outside of that, it just doesn't. It doesn't. It just feels like you're waiting for Azucena to kill herself, and it's so
Yeah.
easy for them to not do that. Like they would just be in your face, like doing this with their goddamn parry, and you're just like waiting, like you're just waiting for them to mess up, and it just. I'm
Yeah.
just guessing. I am just guessing. And
Mhm.
Neon was telling me, and I tried it a few times now, but like when they're in heat and they go into that stupid like chicken walk dance into your face,
Yeah.
like if you jab and then instantly do forward 4-1, you can launch them.
Mm.
So I tried doing that when I
Oh,
was playing
really?
him in rank the other day, and it was working. Like forward 4-1 was working against the stance. So I wasn't like it's scary because they can do that little like mid kick into the high, and they can counter hit, confirm it, and launch you. But it's like if
Mm.
they're taking like the mic with their frames, then you can very much launch them for it. But again, it's just one of those things where it's not in your favor to do that. It's just not like
Yeah.
you just want to safely jab check them or like mid check them, but you can't even do that because she has like auto evasion built into her parry, and in heat it's just even
Mhm.
worse. And then she has
Mhm.
unlimited high crush, and yeah, nah, this character is just way too much to deal with. The only nice thing about Bryan, actually, which I didn't mention about Claudio as well, obviously Claudio doesn't have a parry, which is amazing
Mhm.
against Bryan because down forward one goes brr against him. But Azu having a parry is also like nice in the matchup because a lot of her mix
Yeah.
ups you can parry and sometimes get a ball splat. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I would yeah. What do you reckon? I would say absolute hell, hell or
I used
absolute
to
hell.
argue that like Azucena has to do a lot of cuts to hit you and like risk her life and stuff.
It's not
Nah,
true.
man.
Everything
It's
that
not
is like
true,
hit
bro.
confirmable does about 60 damage.
So crazy. 3-2 is so
Bro,
stupid.
bro,
Oh my god. Forward four.
bro,
I
this
think
is
yeah,
too
this
much.
matchup might be absolute hell,
Yeah,
and it's crazy, man. Like it just feels like I'm not playing Bryan anymore when I'm fighting this character. Like I might as well just play drag like in this matchup.
yep,
Like
yep.
honestly, feels like shit.
But yeah, Raven.
Raven. So I fight a lot of Raven. The guy that I mentioned that plays Paul, he was originally a Raven main.
Hmm.
Um, one of the people that taught me the game was a Raven main, so I have a ton of experience against like Master Raven in Seven.
Okay.
And then season one, Raven was pretty weak. Season two, he's really strong.
Hmm.
And then now he's kind of like in the middle, like where, we know how to deal with like over here, like the looping teleport stuff.
Yep.
I think the thing that's jarring with this character is the tracking.
Yep.
Like down forward one is fully homing, down back two you have to step one way, and there's no risk of them doing down forward one. You have really good punishment when you guess right, like the quicksand full crouch hell sweep thing, right? While standing one is minus 14. And but like the nerfs, the buffs that he got to like purple clones being minus 13,
Power
and
Crush as
like
well.
yeah, power crush being minus 13, it's really noticeable, I think.
100%.
Having to worry about like stuff like that. So I think it's either even leaning towards Bryan or even. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no.
still really hard.
So we have a few Ravens as well, and I talked to obviously Immortal Soul a lot. He's Raven main as well, and I think it used to be like very much favored towards Bryan, especially with the clones. And Power Crush is like so important for Raven's back turn, and they just spam that now, and I swear it's basically homing. Like you can step it to the right, but like I swear it's not.
Yeah.
I swear you can't step this Power Crush. It's super annoying to deal with. His back turn options are annoying, but yeah, I think the main issues, like you mentioned, are probably his down forward one and his low. They've like nerfed him and like buffed him over these patches. I think he's in an okay spot. You need a lot of experience in this matchup. I think I've
Yeah.
had a lot of experience in this matchup, but I still struggle in the matchup. So but I think that's
Yeah.
just a skill issue in my half. But yeah, the clones and the power crush changes are definitely noticeable, and that's what most of them spam. So
Yeah.
I would put it in even, to be honest now.
Yeah.
I don't think it like leans one way just because I've got down, because that's one thing that Immortal Soul says a lot, where he's like, you can like safely check him with like down forward two, which is
It
true.
doesn't matter though.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But
It just doesn't really matter in this matchup. So, or just in general, because of what other like quick options he has, his back turn jab as well, and constantly check you with, and
yeah.
yeah, it's just annoying to deal with. So I'll probably just put this in even.
I think it's how Bryan is versus like mix up characters, right? Like it depends on how well you're guessing too.
Yep.
Because Raven is one of those characters where you can't control the chaos like consistently.
Yep.
Right? He can wave dash in from far away really quickly. He can back away. He has good single back dash, right?
Yep.
So it really depends on like how you're doing on the day. But yeah, he's hard to control.
Yeah, I think
So
people
I
definitely don't
think
talk about that enough. Is his movement is insane.
it's so good.
It's
So
insane. It's so hard to hit this character. He can like space you so well. And yeah, like you said, it's just super difficult. We don't have like crazy panic buttons. So like dealing with his mix ups it can just feel like hell sometimes. But yeah.
Drag, I think everyone has a lot of experience fighting drag because of how popular he is, right? And I think for the most part, Bryan has a lot of things that make the matchup really good for him. Like 1-2-1 being like launch, his power crush being launch,
Yep.
really good punish on down two, really good punish on the full crouch low, 1-2-4 to interrupt like UCF fours, and
Yep.
like the running two situation isn't that scary, right? So like if you ever make a right play and you block the right low or even orbital lit or low parry, like the drag
Insane
has to
reward.
like work pretty hard, right?
Yep.
But yeah, 1-2-1 obviously being a big problem that we have to deal with, but everyone has to deal with it. I think it leans towards Bryan for sure.
I
What do you
think
think?
yeah, no, I agree with everything you're saying. I think the reward we get off of Dragonov is very good. Even like sidestepping his running move. I pretty much
Yeah.
always, if I step it once to the left, I'm always getting 3-3-2 in the back. It just, for me, it doesn't change how like a good Dragonov can really, it can be really
Just like
frustrating.
maul you.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
maul you down, that like they're using 1-2 or 2-1 a lot into nothing, or they
His
just,
movement
yeah, his
too.
movement is like cracked.
The amount of times I've gotten hit by 1-3-2 in the back for trying to do a down two or a forward three or
Yep.
like a 1-2. Yeah. So
So I think like yeah, on paper, like obviously we have all of these things. But 1-2-1 is like hit confirmable, so I don't. It's rare for me to, especially when I fight, like I don't know NRC or Joker on drag. Like it's very rare for them to just finish 1-2-1 and me get a launch. Because they're always just confirming it anyway. Down two is nice, but like just because it's practically homing, it's like yeah we can call it out, but it just makes that whole extra layer of they're doing 1-2 down forward one in your face 1-2 into running two, like it makes all of that just like when you add it
Mhm.
together, obviously, it's just a lot of it's basically where Bryan doesn't want to be, where you're just constantly getting pushed back and you're just don't want to interact because of potentially getting counter hit into another mix, like counter hit down two when you think you want to take your turn, and then another running move comes at your face, and now you're in another guessing situation. So me, I would put it in an even, to be honest, because I
Yeah,
just yeah I don't know. I think it
yeah.
can just it can go
Feels like a
either
skill
way
matchup.
on the day. Yeah, I think it's just straight up a skill matchup. I think it can just go either way. I think he's just really good at like smothering Bryan.
Mhm. Kuma. So we could probably order both Kuma
Yeah,
and Panda at the same time,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
think this is hell or absolute hell. That's just me. Like I think the matchup is really frustrating with like you know how like I mentioned like people that just stand still and
Bro,
do that. Bears do that to the
to
max,
the
you know,
max, bro.
to
They
the
are just
max.
aura farming the whole game. I swear to God. I was fighting Nino in rank the other day. I could not take a game because he just stands still. He just stands still and just waits until he can do his running move, and now you're in a mix. And their game plan is always the same, like chip, running move, a bit more chip, and then eventually they just start spamming the unbreakable grab. Spamming the unbreakable
Mhm.
grab, get rid of your chip, and then it's just like, yeah, it just. And then people say like, oh, obviously, bears can't step back one and or QCB one and
They
whatnot.
don't care.
Yeah, they don't
They
care.
don't care about it happening.
It's not like
Like
it's
they
chipping
just
them.
look for exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
exactly. They
think
just look
it's
for G
hard.
Clef and chill. So
It might be absolute hell, honestly. The amount of guessing we have to do with like HBS, the things that they can do to nullify the matchup. Like armor is only -13. We just get down for a 2-1 or up to 2-3. We
yep,
can't do 4-1, you know.
yep,
I think it's just really difficult.
yeah. No, I agree. I would put this. So what are you saying? Absolute hell.
Yeah, I would. Leo. I think you have a lot of Leo experience. I mean, the Leos that I fight and the way Richie plays is absolutely different. But man, where are you putting this?
It's somewhere here, bro.
I see you hovering between absolute hell or hell.
Yeah, yeah. It's somewhere here. I'm just trying to think. Like, would I
Yeah.
rather fight a Leo or would I rather fight a bear? And
Would you rather fight a Leo or like a Xiao Yu?
that's a great question.
Because I think I'd rather fight a Xiao Yu because of the experience. But
I would rather fight Leo because of the experience as well. But I feel like if I actually just sat down and like played against a Ling main for like 1,000 games and learned the matchup, I still think it would be more enjoyable than fighting Leo. I,
I really hate Leo.
I swear to God, this matchup is crazy. Down back three is crazy. Her forward like 2+3 is criminal. Her full crouch low being -12 counter hit launch is just annoying to deal with. Down forward two clips you from any range. Kempo, you can't play mid range again with certain moves.
She's only gotten buffs in this season too. She's one of the big winners.
Yeah,
Right.
now everything's just easy. Like that was one thing where I could like capitalize on. Where like it would be rare for like Richie to drop a combo, right? One thing I would capitalize on is if they would try to go for like the super hard combo and they would drop it, right? It would give
Mhm.
you that extra space and time because they don't want to like waste their heat burst or something. They might drop the combo and now like you're okay because they have so many opportunities to get those launches. And now they're not dropping anything because everything works now.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, heat burst is the easy convert, right?
yep,
I think in season two, something that they got was like heat burst and stance, and that's fully homing, right?
yep,
They got the low heat smash versus mid heat smash from stance after forward four,
yep,
which is really toxic. But they did take away the wall splat from the heat smash, which is really healthy.
yep.
But they buffed like QCF one, I
QCF
think
one,
is
yep.
the
The
dab. Yeah, they buffed like chip on down two. They buffed like chip on down one. So I think I've always been uncomfortable in this matchup with single backdash too, right? Like the character's just evading all your mid pokes and you're constantly guessing, and if you block correctly on their lows, it just feels like you get a Wasabi three.
yeah,
Like that's it.
that's literally it. It's horrid. It's a horrid matchup. Yeah, there's not really much else to say on that. I think it's one of
Yeah.
Bryan's worst matchups. Shaheen?
Shaheen. I think this is really hard.
Yeah.
It used to be really hard in season one with like how broken the Power Crush Heat Engager was, and like down for two used to have evasion on jabs,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then they nerfed that, and then season two he was kind of like whatever. right? But then in season 3, they gave him more damage routes. They gave him that he kind of got power crept,
Yep.
where like Bryan got brought down a little bit. Shaheen has pretty good damage now, and his mixes just feel casino, similarly to like how I feel with Azucena, like where I get hit by full crouch low or sneak 1+2, I'm guessing,
Yep.
right? Like it's just, is he gonna guard break? Is he gonna do the frame trap? Is he gonna do a low? Is he gonna do a launch in mid?
Yep. Yep.
It just feels really difficult to play into your defense because like Bryan wants to turtle in certain scenarios to find like counter hits and stuff, but Shaheen will skip that, force you to block down one, sidestep 1+2, and then you have to get locked up, and it's really hard. It might be hell or even slightly leaning towards Shaheen, but you fight Sephi all the time. How does it feel for you?
Aside from like Sephi just being an absolute demon, I think yeah, I would say it's also yeah, either hell or leaning towards Shaheen. And again, it's nice having like in Heat, I feel a bit more safe fighting Shaheen just because of forward
Mm-hmm.
1+2. But like feeling safe just because you have like this giga broken parry is not really like not like a good reason to say, this is anywhat of or anyhow an even matchup. It's just yeah, it feels like a lot of constant guessing. While standing 3 is nice with the full crash down forward 4. I think full crash down forward 4 is like top 2 low in the game. Like the mind game with it is just ridiculous. You really have to rely on your movement a lot because I do think Shaheen is quite linear. I think he's like his while standing 1, a lot of his frame traps are very linear, but the problem with him is like his back 2 is so inconsistent when it comes to tracking. It would like track you at a certain range, but then up close it won't track you. So it becomes really confusing when you're trying to like step this character and then he has a move like back 2. But yeah, and, like punishing down 1, it's so weird. Like when you block it, it feels like you didn't even mean to block it. You just kind of blocked it. I have more success like
Yeah,
sidestepping it than actually blocking it
yeah,
and punishing it. So and down 3 is just a really good low as well against Bryan. Even
so good.
it
Yeah.
is somewhat reactable, but yeah, it's just super super good. And then at mid
Mhm.
range as well, you're worried about up forward 1 and slide, that you're not too focused on sidestepping and movement. You're more focused on are they going to do this mix up, so up forward 1 becomes even stronger.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would
Would you
say
put it in hell or even slightly towards?
I'd
That's up
probably
to you.
I'd probably put there's nothing that Bryan has which is like you could say it's super good in this matchup. Like it just feels like
It's
everything
just,
is in his
yeah.
favor. The poking department, the high crush department, having a hop kick in general is such a good hop kick. His safe down forward too. It just feels like you're just
Mm.
constantly guessing on interactions. So yeah, I'd be happy to put him in hell.
Steve. This one's a weird one. I think there's like two Steve play styles, right? That I come across. There's the old heads that played like T7 and like they're focused on back one timings, they're focused on, playing really solid, blocking all your stuff. And then there's the people that are willing to weave a ton over here,
Yep, yep,
heat grab, yeah, duck under your stuff and all that. So
yep,
I think the thing with this character is that when you're hitting him, you can never beat everything that he does, right?
yep.
He can either overhear it or weave it or match back one or just stand block and take no damage, right? He kind of feels like his evasion in this game has gotten crazy,
100%.
right? And then at the same time, defensively, when I'm guessing on Lionheart, it just never feels good to
Yeah,
do, right? It
yep,
just doesn't feel good to do. And then over here is so good versus Bryan, I
100%.
think. But yeah, what do you think about Steve?
I'm 100%. I would 100% put him in hell because the worst thing about Steve is everything you've mentioned, and the worst part is when you fight a Steve who can mix both styles in. Someone
Mm,
like Strog, for example.
yeah.
This man is like an absolute demon when it comes to timing, but also actually understands when he needs to use like weave or up back 3. Yeah, you never feel safe against this character. 1-2-1-2 is so strong, or 1-2-1 is so strong. Back 1 is super strong against Bryan. Like if you're taking the mic with your frames after QCP1, you will get back 1 and die. A weave is just always a threat, so you have to commit to like 1+2, and then at that point you're eating 1-2-1 in the face or back 1. So yeah, I just feel like you're always playing at Steve's pace. You're always worried about counter
Hmm.
hit launch, or you're always worried about getting evaded. That you're never comfortable to
Hmm.
actually take your good frame traps. Instead, you have to opt to take suboptimal things, or you commit to a homing tool because you think he's gonna weave.
Mhm.
you're constantly guessing on like you're just constantly guessing against this character. That's what it feels like. Like there is a mind game there. There's like a clear mind game of are they going to do this or are they going to do that? But it's in
Mhm.
the Steve's favor for that sort of thing, not in
Yeah.
Bryan's favor. Um,
Yeah, I would put it even leaning slightly towards Steve personally.
okay.
Because one thing that I don't mind about this matchup is he's not mixing you like typically that hard, right? Like down T1 doesn't hurt too much. Peekaboo down one is like whatever.
Yep.
So in order for him to out damage you, he has to hit a heat engager in like QCF1 or like force a risky 50-50 and up back two or like make you mess up, right? So
Mhm.
like if you're not playing into like I need to answer this weave or I need to answer this over here or like mashing in spots where you want to take your spots,
Mhm.
then he kind of works a little bit hard. But yeah, it's hard on both sides. I think it leans towards Steve.
Yeah, I'll be happy to put him here then. Something like that. Yoshimitsu.
Yoshi. You fight Higem, right?
I
Katana.
fight Kane mainly. Haven't had a chance to fight
Kane.
Higgum.
How does this feel for Kane? Because I've talked to Kane before, and
Hmm.
this is before the season 2 change where I remember Kane telling me like, okay, I think Bryan's pretty good into Yoshi because Bryan can hit and run away pretty well. He has really strong pokes and like hatchet kick. And back then, while sending 1-2 wasn't I-13.
Yep.
They gave him that buff,
Yep. Yep.
and now it's just like, okay, Kane, like, what do I do now? And like, it's like, the character has all the panic tools in the world. We know that already. He
Hmm.
has good mix up in the slide on the ground versus like the kangaroo kick or like the headbutt thing,
Yep.
right? Constant situation guess is sidestep. What sidestep one? I
That
think it is.
little sword
Yeah,
with
that
yep.
thing, the elbow
That is
is jarring. It's so
jarring.
jarring. Yeah. Obviously you have a good punish on like spin the ninja spin kicks down back 3-3-3-4,
Yep.
but good Yoshi players will mix you there where like either you have to wall setting one or wall setting three counter hit.
Exactly.
Like we're not fighting like just your average Yoshimitsu at this level. We're just fighting people that have been playing him for like 20 years,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So I don't know. I think it's difficult, but at the same time, Yoshi's not really gonna run you over, right?
Yeah.
So
That's the main thing for
yeah.
me. Where I would, apart from the change for them getting actual 13 frame punish, which is very, very annoying. The
Mhm.
whole idea of like hit and run is
Yeah.
super strong, and Yoshi's, or like Kane, for example, does not commit to flash
Yeah.
when there's like this, when you both have a good amount of health, for example. It's
Yeah.
like in very specific scenarios because Flash is so easy to whiff punish now.
Yeah. Yeah.
His mix-ups are egregious with when he goes in, especially at the wall, where he just like dives into you and gets a while standing fall into a launcher and stuff like that. And Bryan has terrible punishment for it. Some characters can pick that up. Bryan just can get like a down four if you're quick enough QCB4. So I think Yoshi's annoying, but again, yeah, I think there's more time for you to get a counter hit on Yoshi, and
Yeah.
you can really take your time in the matchup. You don't need to commit to anything. They need to commit to if you're turtling a bit more or you're just taking a mix and running, they have to
Hmm.
commit to their sweep. I don't know if it's down back four or down back three, the like launch punishable low. I don't actually know what the input is for it.
Hmm.
You know, the homing counter hit launcher low.
The full crouch down for 4.
Is it okay?
Hmm.
That's the input. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they have to start committing to that at certain ranges. Like they want you to press into them. They want you to come into their poison breath and like,
Hmm.
and then if you're coming too close, they'll start using there's that homing high inputs like CD1 maybe. You know,
CD2, the homing high.
yeah, it's like the massive sword they like chuck out at you and it pushes you like back to Narnia.
Is it the Kincho one?
It's something from Kincho. I'm just really bad with the
Oh yeah.
inputs, but you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Like they have
Yeah.
a way to get you off them alongside spin. Spin, I think, is the most annoying thing about the matchup.
I agree. I agree.
Um,
Spin is so hard to deal with.
100%. They need to nerf spin again, like range wise, make him be closer to you. Yeah, outside of that is I think it's very much more of like a skill matchup, but I think it leans into what Bryan's good at, which is why I would put
Yeah.
it leaning towards Bryan personally.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
But yeah, when you're fighting
Feng,
someone
wait.
like Kane, it's a long,
Yeah,
it's still a
they're
long
just
game.
so good.
Yeah,
So it
exactly.
just feels like you can blame so many things, but obviously they're so good at the game.
Yep.
So
That's literally
so
what it
yeah,
is.
I
I
get
could
you.
I like win
Yeah.
a set and then the next two sets I just get bodied and I'm like, what the hell happened? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
what read did you? I don't know, man. It's just yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Feng Wei.
Feng Wei.
I'd
You
want to
putting him up there?
I would want to hear your opinion on this, but like absolute hell,
Really?
yeah, for me.
Wow.
But yeah,
I'm surprised. For
I'd
me, I'm on the opposite end. I think it's so good for Bryan.
okay.
Um, I know there's a lot of things on paper like back tempo is annoying, and like back one mash and shifting clouds is annoying for down forward one and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I just think Feng has to hit you a lot in order to do damage, and all the situations are places you can make plays. Like zero for Feng is really good, obviously for back one, right? So like down forward one or like down four hitting for him, and it just feels like he's trying to paper cut me for to no end,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just chilling, right? Like he can back three me, I don't really care. Like if he does full crouch low, I have a really good punish on it, right? I think this is probably one of because he's playing so much Tekken, it might be a skill gap thing, but it just feels like Bryan got all the benefits from season two, and Feng is suffering from the nerfs from season one, where like the health change, they
Okay.
nerfed some of his damage. He's if he wants to do big damage on the lows, like they're really punishable, like -14 on the shoulder one that they sped up,
Mm-hmm.
or like -15 on down back three. So I think if you're not getting hit by side step fours and back tempo into the mid kick and like forward four and down forward three, like he struggles pretty hard like to open you up
Okay.
for the most part. But yeah, I think it's probably one of Bryan's best matchups, but it's also like a skill thing. Like there's no like good Fang player, I think, in NA. Like
Mm.
super, super strong. Like even when I fought so I went to Korea or I went to Korea and I fought Kokoma and Matsuba,
Okay.
and they're both like Fang players, right? For Kokoma, I was up 4-2 in the set, like in the first five. And like I was just chilling. Like I can play normal Tekken at a decent level. Against Matsuba, I won. Like and I'm like,
Damn.
these people like travel all the
Yeah,
time,
yeah, yeah,
like
no,
playing
straight up.
Feng. Obviously, if Matsuba went to Anna, like different story. But like it makes sense on paper, and the numbers are like he's just a really normal character, similarly to like how Dragunov feels. But you aren't as worried about like a full crouch low going into something like where you're just under
Just
so
like a
much
pure
pressure.
50-50 mix.
Yeah, yeah. So I think the character is like chill to deal with, honestly.
So I think it is definitely probably a skill issue on my half. And I've tried so hard to understand this matchup. Like I've watched HK like play against Feng, like the American HK Bryan play against Feng, and he
Yeah.
looks so comfortable. Like he's just always out of range of the pokes, and
Mhm.
like he's super comfortable. I've watched so many replays of Knee playing against Feng, but obviously he plays Feng as well, but and it's Knee,
Yeah.
but he just looks so comfy in the matchup. And then whenever I play against like whether it's Joker or whether when Don Billy used to play or like just any
Yeah.
random Feng, I just feel like I just get smothered. Like I can't. I feel like I'm never out of range of his pokes. I pick
Mm.
like when he does his I don't know if it's like full crouch down forward one, that like long range low that they buffed the speed of.
The long range low. Oh, it's the QCF one. Yeah,
QCF
yeah.
one,
The
yeah,
shoulder.
QCF one.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I know I could like jab or like G clef off, like so they can't like take like I understand like the mini mind game that goes on there
Yeah.
with like and then sidestepping a lot of his like his sidestepping left his head bar or his I don't know if it's down forward three, that weird rising knee. Like I understand these small
Mhm.
things, but I feel like I'm just so bad at doing it. I don't know what it is. Like I just get
It might be an experience thing. It might be an experience
but I
thing,
fought
but
Feng so much and I just get rushed down. Like I know it's just me. I know it's just me because every other Bryan player looks so comfy in the matchup. So
yeah, it's really chill, I think.
yeah, it's just a skill
Obviously you're
issue.
fighting like Fang players that are so good, right? I don't fight Joker. Like I think the last time I fought Joker was like 2020, 21.
Damn. Okay.
But like we actually met in pools. Like I was like his second match and he just cooked me in T7 and then
Okay.
I was like, oh, nice to meet you. But like yeah, we don't have a Joker or Don Billy. Like Don Billy's so talented.
Yeah.
Um, and like we have like Genghis Khan. I don't get to fight him that often, and if I do fight him, I don't think he ever gets to play Feng. Like he'll just play like Lidia or something, where it's like a little bit easier to just like mix me. But yeah, like I think Feng is a skill matchup for sure,
Mhm.
but it makes sense on paper on how everything does, and he also like does what Bryan wants you to do, like where he tries to hit you and he tries to poke you and he's like threatening he's like getting the possibility of getting counter hit is there because he actually wants to play into that,
Yeah.
right? And like the risks that he takes on like his high reward stuff, like counter hit back one, like if you do back one to him and he back one's back, that's an easy launch, right? Like a step duck or something.
Yep.
His back four getting nerfed is really huge.
Yeah.
Like back
100%.
four -10, back four two being a high now. I think overall, like you have to be super good on Feng to make the Bryan player feel like it's unwinnable.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like one of his best matchups, I would say.
So you would put this in here?
Yeah, I would think so.
I'll take your word for it because I just know we do like this. I just know I'm just lacking, and I don't know what it is like how to play into Feng because every time I see a Bryan player play, they just look like just mad comfy.
You might need to play Feng and realize how little you're getting rewarded often over and over. It's like paper cuts like all the time, right? If you want to get like a big launch, it's pretty hard to hit unless they're bad, right?
Yep.
Like if they're running into down forward 3 or they're running into forward 4, like you're not ever getting big damage unless like they're just
And I
whiffing
definitely
into
get hit by
tempos.
sidestep 4 way too often. I definitely get
That's a
hit.
spacing thing, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, if you're getting hit by sidestep 4 a ton, like it's either they do it to beat your jabs
Yep.
or they do it at the wall, right? If you're getting hit in neutral by sidestep 4, it's like you're not backdashing far enough because it has a clean hit, right? So yeah, but the next character, Alisa, is I feel like this one's not up for debate. Like this one is like either hell or absolute hell. Like
You
it's
tell me.
so
I do not fight Alisa anymore. Like none
you
of
don't you
none of
don't
the Alisas are like, I think most of them are like God 2 or God 3, or they just don't play or
yeah.
So you tell me.
I think this character has some things that are similar to Lili, where it's like you're constantly in a mix when hitting them, right? So like with Bryan, he doesn't have the best mix-ups in general. So like if I was like, I don't know, playing like Eddy or something where like they just have to guess or something, like the Alisa gets the stand, and when they're stand guessing, like they get to back 1+2, which is the armor, which beats jab.
Yep.
They have up back 2, which is the armor, which beats jab. Obviously, their movement, they have hop kick, they have all this stuff, and a safe down forward 2. So like they have a lot of things on like that make it hard to hit them, and they like to play like standstill, like and like single backdash, a lot of stuff. So if you try to answer everything like, oh, I want to call out a homing move, like Cuddle will just mash like right after like 2-3-3. It's like a G clef, and it's like, bruh, like it's so jarring. I think that, and alongside like nobody in the game has like a reliable way to deal with chainsaws.
Yeah.
Besides, like you have to just get her out of it. And now that she can get into it so well and has like low risk, low reward things like from like the destruction stance and like boot stance, I think yes, she has to work hard until she gets chainsaws to hit you, but she's so hard to hit. And I think the reason why we don't see her at like top level play is just because like she's not as like she is super brain dead. I won't, like, don't get me wrong, but like she doesn't carry momentum very well, and like she doesn't play Tekken 8 in a sense very well. Like she requires you to make defensive plays and panic and stuff. So like in comparison to like someone like season 2 Anna, where like you're always threatening a mix in neutral, like Alisa kind of has to like wait for you to fuck up or try to hit her. So if you slow the game down, she's like, okay, like how do I open you up? But with Bryan, like it just feels like unable to counter hit somebody that doesn't want to play the game, right? Like, so maybe absolute hell or hell.
Yeah, I'll be happy to put this up here. And like, there's one guy. I mean, I have him blocked because he's from Egypt. He told me he's fixed his internet, so I need to. What was that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, he's bro. Like, but we're like good mates. He told me he's changed his internet the other day, so he wants to test his connection, so I can like unblock him. But Starbreaker was playing against him in ranked the other day. He's probably like the highest ranked Alisa right now in EU. I genuinely don't think anyone else plays him plays Alisa. But Starbreaker was losing his mind. He's like, what? He's like, this has to be the worst matchup for Bryan. I can't hit her. He's like, what do you do? And I was pissing my pants just watching it. And I was just like,
so crazy.
I was like, I don't miss playing against this character, but yeah. I'll take your word for it. I'll keep this in absolute hell.
Yeah. Devil Jin. Do you have any Devil Jins in EU?
Bro, we have Momo Dog.
You do. Oh. I forgot.
Bro, we
Yeah,
have
this
the
matchup feels
Russians.
like
We have
it feels like shit. I
yeah,
can't
no,
lie.
bro.
Like,
This is horrible. This is hell.
do you think it's worse than Kazuya?
I think so.
It's weird, right? Because like on paper, you would think like, oh, Kazuya has better punishment. He has down for a two counter hit, etc.
Hmm.
But like something about the Hell Sweep launching is so much scarier to play that neutral,
100%.
right? I kind of feel like the game plan between the two is completely different, right? Like with Kazuya, I'm willing to like play neutral and timings and like move and all that. But with Devojin, I had to just beat his ass and
Yep,
not get up forward.
exactly.
Like
Exactly.
that is the only thing. So I think it's like
I'm in a constant panic state against Devil.
yeah, yeah. It just feels like a kamikaze plane,
Yeah.
like just flying around the fucking map. You know,
Bro,
like
is literally that.
yeah,
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 this character has so many good options, and the worst part is like playing someone like Momo, who well, he trained. He used to well, Starbreaker's his training partner, right? So first of all, his
yeah,
Bryan, like
yeah.
I can't land a tone on
Defense
this
is so
guy.
good.
That's the first thing. But secondly, like he has the perfect mixture of absolute retardation and like great neutral. He is right there in the middle. Like he has understood it. This is his character. Like it's
Yeah,
insane. When I want to take my plus on, if I heat engage on this man, he's doing one of two things, right? He's mashing or he's parrying. There's no in between. He don't care. He's like, I know you're gonna do like back one, or you're gonna do down forward one, or I'm gonna make you just use down four as your plus frames. Like, and he knows how to backdash Bryan and like punish, and he knows how to just always sort of be in crouch to avoid 1-2, and you can never get anything started. As soon as you want to get something started with a jab, electric comes. You try to overcommit, he will use back three, and you don't expect him to because he's such a solid neutral player, but then he uses it. So it's like
yeah,
you can never have a read on this character. You want to be sidestep right ducking, but like hell sweep, just little delay is still gonna hit you.
yeah,
So then you're like,
yeah.
oh, I want to sidewalk left, but now you're just open to
Mhm.
eating this, and yeah,
Yep.
it just feels like a nuclear bomb just about to go off every
Yeah,
time you fight Devil Jin, and it's not comfortable for Bryan at all.
I think hell for sure,
Yeah,
or maybe yeah, hell.
I think hell, I would put it like
Maybe after Jack. Yeah,
yeah after Jack probably here. Yeah,
yeah. Lee. This one, you have a lot more Lee experience than me. I think EU. I hear like horror stories about EU ranked,
yeah,
right? Saka stack,
yeah.
um,
How
just like
foolish,
demons in ranked.
Silver, just all these.
Yeah, like all Lees in ranked queue. So I'm sure you have like a lot more experience. But historically for me, I think the matchup has always been in Bryan's favor in the sense that like when Lee wants to hit you back 3-3, down three, full crouch down for a four slide, they're all super punishable. If you're not getting counter hit by like back four or like running into stupid forward fours, like
Hmm.
he can't really hit you except for like taking super hard risks, right?
Yep.
And if you're not getting counter hit by like 1+2 doing side step button, then he kind of struggles to like rush you down, and he wants to play in a range where Bryan's okay with, right?
Yep.
And obviously it's a timing mix up thing, but for the most part, it feels like pretty chill. Like not necessarily like, oh, it's like I run into a Lee and then like it's one of my best matchups, but I think it leans towards Bryan for sure. There's things like that he has, like Acid Rain,
Hmm.
that really hurt. Like his punishment for Bryan's really good.
Yep.
He can tone down the safety, obviously, like the risk and reward. Like he can lean it back a little bit and just play down forward one. But like I don't care about it, like it just like doesn't hurt. So
Yep.
that's kind of how I feel towards Lee. He's like, even though he's buffed, like, it doesn't feel like anything really.
Um, I think a lot of what you said is like pretty spot on. I also, regardless, like despite having all the strong plays in EU, I don't really struggle against Lee that much as Bryan. I think just the worst part about Lee is that everything is like defending against him. There's no one way to do it. It's very just you have to guess. And the worst part is like as soon as you start thinking about sidestepping or sidewalking left, because you want to avoid the 10,000 running moves they've done at your face.
Or do forward or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. And you want a single
It's
jab and you can't. You can't float him. His running move sometimes crushes your jabs, quite often actually.
Yeah.
Down three, like everything for some reason, just counter hitting single jabs sucks. But yeah, I think Bryan just overall, again, yeah, has really good punishment for him, for like his silver
Mhm.
tail, his like everything you can pretty much launch or full crush down for 2-1. Having a parry
Yep.
is great in the matchup. Yeah, you kind of just
Yep.
let Lee kill himself, and there's just so many
Yep.
openings where they have to take the mick with like their HMS cancels. They start using like the
Yeah.
jab into cancel into like down forward two or something. And in those moments you can get like, your down forward ones in between, sometimes your forward three. Like there's a lot of gaps for Bryan.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's chipping you to death. When Lee's in heat, it feels like one of like the worst matchups. But I think in general, I would say it's even just because of Lee being so strong at mitigating what Bryan is best at, which is using his jab and jab strings and like being able to
Mhm.
create any sort of momentum. It's more you're playing on the defense as Bryan and you're trying to find a pocket for QCB1 or trying
Mm.
to keep him at a certain range because even his FF2 is basically QCB1.
Yeah.
Like so like you're both playing, you can't really play range too much because then he's got back four into HMS. Like you just have to be patient in those moments. You just have to let him run at you, let him be a monkey, and then find your openings and go from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably put an even, maybe even leaning towards, but I think yeah, I'll just leave it here.
Okay. Zafina.
Yeah, yeah, come.
Zafina. I think I fight Shadow all the time, and he always picks Zafina. Like, Shadow isn't a person that that is stuck to one character. Obviously,
Yep.
he can play so many different characters, and he will pick them based on the matchup. And I think he does that for a reason, right? He picks Zafina against me on purpose because he thinks like Zafina Bryan's pretty good.
Hmm.
The guessing in the stats, we talked about it, like it just feels like 50-50. Obviously, armor from crouch is really good. So after like I don't know, like if you get hit by a down three, you can armor. If you block a running move, you can armor. So it's pretty nice. Zafina has a really good -13 punish on like the down forward four string, the
Yep.
heat string. Hitting her is a little bit annoying because of like the power crush and her movement, but I think I don't know, it feels like she has to take a lot of risk to hit you or you guess wrong a lot of the times. Similarly to like how I felt about Azucena before, but
Hmm.
she doesn't have all the things that Azucena has and like cancels and stuff to like make you second guess what their option is going to be. It's either option A or option B, right?
Okay.
I think maybe even or is leaning slightly towards Zafina.
I'll just take your word on it. I don't get to fight. I fight like very not like shadow levels of Athena's. So
Mm.
I think it's like hell or maybe absolute hell for me. But I'm
Yeah,
just not very well versed in the matchup. So yeah, where would you want to put it?
maybe leaning towards Zafina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you put it
Okay.
above any of these?
I think looking at these actually, I would put it at even right next to Lars. Yeah.
Like yeah,
Yeah, like here. That's fine.
cool.
Like I looked at Asuka and like Steve and like the discomfort that I have and like fighting those characters I don't have with Zafina at all. Like I think a big thing is that yes, she can stance mix you, but like her normal poking and all that, because they took away back 1+2, like you don't have to worry about lows and neutral except for like down three, which is reactable.
Yep.
And if you take that away, it's really chill to like kind of play slow and you can counter hit her pretty normally.
Viktor.
Oh my god, I hate this character, bro.
This used to be one of
How
my
do you feel about this?
used to be one of my best matchups.
Same.
Season three come around and I've lost to I think nearly every Viktor I've played. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Just the small
Yeah, I
buffs they've
mean,
given him and the new move just
yeah.
feels unplayable.
Yeah, I think like I said about Azucena, he like embodies like T8 design to the max, right? Stance like running move into like stance and his back two parry is really good into Bryan. He has a power crush that he can just throw out. That's really good. Obviously, like when it comes to like punishing Viktor, like we have some good things like down like four, we can fisherman slam, down 4 twos -14, but like they don't have to do those moves really.
Yeah.
Like running move is perfectly fine, -14. Yeah, I think this matchup is hell or absolute hell. It might be up there for me.
Which one would you like when as soon as you just saw Victor's face, like what were you
Yeah,
thinking?
yeah. just absolute hell. Like I just think this is so hard.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Bryan, Bryan's absolute hell for Bryan. You know that, but we don't need to place him. But
Yeah,
the
that
mirror
would
feels
would
like
it
ass.
would just
Yeah,
leave him there. It's just it
yeah,
becomes like who's willing to mash G Clef more?
yeah,
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 yeah, like who's willing to do
yeah,
it? Who's got the cojones to do random stuff? But
yeah.
yeah, nah, that's just whatever.
Reina, Reina. I used to feel like it was so good for Bryan. Like I used to think like, okay, like the when I mentioned like in neutral, you're not worried about any damage except for like Hell Sweep 442 electric. I used to think that way about her because she doesn't have good poking. They gave her like a new low
Yep.
in season two, and then they gave her like I don't know, like the heat down two after heat engage
Yep.
is it feels very T8 and just guessing all the time. So I think it is a skill matchup, maybe like even,
Yeah.
but
I'll be happy to put an
yeah,
even.
it's hard.
I think
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's I would even like maybe argue putting it in here because
the movement and stuff.
yeah, movement's a big part. Her hitbox is insane. Like you just can't
She
hit her.
moves like a waifu character.
Yeah, 100%.
She gets away, really strong punishment. Electric is something that you have to worry about all the time. 442 auto, like spacing control. Um, it used to be like, yeah, we just let her 442 or like obvious electrics, obvious cell suits, and we kill her, or like we play the Heaven's Wrath situation and win that.
Yeah.
But it just feels like people aren't that dumb anymore,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like they're not hanging themselves anymore, so it's a little hard.
Like the only thing I would like argue where I could even say it's good for Bryan is she does have a lot of -14 stuff.
Mhm.
With her while standing punish, obviously her down forward 1-2, I think it is.
Yeah,
Like there's quite a few things she has.
2-2-1. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's just still the
they don't got to do those moves, right?
exactly,
So
and it doesn't outweigh her movement and just electric and in general her keep out.
mhm.
But yeah,
I think
yeah,
even,
I'm
yeah,
happy to keep that
makes
even.
sense. You're putting him up there already.
I think so. I think so. I think oh, absolute hell. I think it's one of his worst matchups. I think I haven't played him in
Launching
season
hatchet,
3 where they've made a lot of his like Mandinga low -14,
minus
so
14.
which
Mhm.
is actually really nice.
Yeah,
But like yeah, bro, we can't launch back 3-3, hit confirmable launcher. We can't use jabs because of that. Was it? I don't know the input. Side step 4 maybe. I don't know what the input is.
that's step 3+4.
Yeah, it's my side. Yeah, side
the
step 3
the
plus 4.
the
Then
cart rule, right?
yeah,
That launches you. Yeah, yeah, side step 3+4. I think that is his best move in this matchup.
yeah,
Like, if you're playing and you're not getting hit by that, I think the risk reward on his 50-50, like we can fisherman slam the relax 3-3, right? Hell sweep. So
yep,
it's nice. Back one is really annoying to deal with because it's fully homing both sides. Back 3-3, 1-4, like we don't have good punishes for it, so it's annoying. I think being able to down four the character is really nice. And if they're not doing forward 3 and you're not getting hit by side set 3+4, you can kind of like just not die. I
yeah. I could
and
definitely
yeah,
see that.
it might be leaning towards Eddy now, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm happy to compromise. Yeah, yeah. I think, I think. Yeah, I just hate
It's
this
just
matchups.
yeah,
I just hate this matchup
it's
so
one of
much.
the it was like similarly to like Ling and like King, where like I fight it so much because I hate it.
Yep.
Like that I have so much experience with it, so it just feels like okay, I'm looking for these things specifically. And like I made a tweet a while back, like even things that I tell myself like when I run into this matchup is like yes, they can launch my hatchet, but they got to block it first.
Yep.
So like I'm not scared to do it. Or like I try to not be scared to do it, and if they block it, they earn that. But I won't rely on hatchet, obviously.
Hmm.
But you can still do it. But yeah, it really depends on how good the Eddy player is, right?
Yeah. Like for me, it's with the HP changes, it's like not using hatchet as much, and then obviously when it comes to stance transitions, some characters have great buttons, like panic buttons to get them out. Whether people have like a can or they have like some evasive sidestep move. Bryan doesn't have that. You have to just react to transitions. You're just relying on your reactions. If you have good reactions, it's bearable. Like I can react to FF3, so I'm never worried about that low. Like it gets to a
Yeah.
point that like when I fight Eddies, they never use that low, so now I'm not worried about this. But then again, it
Mm-hmm.
comes down to like he has such easy access 50-50s that it's like if you turtle for too long, you're gonna find yourself at the wall. you're gonna get grabbed from handstand,
Mhm.
whatever, and it just feels like the momentum can. It's just like they can build such easy momentum against a character like Bryan.
Mm.
But yeah, I can see what you're saying though. Where like if those buttons you're just not getting hit by, you can definitely it definitely feels like you can chill a bit in the matchup and sort of let him
Yeah.
kill himself.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lidia.
I have like no Lydia experience ever since EXO quit, basically. So
I have
the
a
thing with Lydia is like the people that play her kind of suck at the game because they're just over reliant on like 4-4-2, down 4-2, right? And then the
yeah.
down back three is launch. So it's like, please do it, bro. Like, please do the low. So I think because she's constantly in a canned mix up situation, like off of like either you side start duck or you jab, right?
Yep.
Off of 4-4-2, it feels pretty chill. I haven't fought the season three changes on her,
Mm.
but I used to think this character was top 10, and then I got more experience, and it's like, okay, like it's not that bad. But I would say like it's probably leaning towards Bryan or even because like she does have like that 4-4-2 that you have to like respect in neutral, but she doesn't have any crushing insane movement. She doesn't have
Yep.
insane 50-50s outside of heat. I do think her full crouch now for 2, which punishes Hatchet, is really annoying.
Yep.
Like she gets into heat off of that and then you lose the round, right?
Yep. Yeah.
But if you're just careful with like where you place your buttons, like she has to play normal Tekken versus you until
Till
she
heat.
guesses right. Yeah,
Um.
exactly.
Yeah, I agree. We have a lot of Lydia's EU, so I have like
Mm,
tons of matchup knowledge against this character. And funny enough, I thought in season, I think it was when she released anyway. I thought she was one of the best designed DLCs. Genuinely, I thought she was
really.
bottom tier. She had clear counterplay. Her reward was not good on like her mix-ups, and they've slowly been buffing her over and over, which makes her like all the counterplay is still there, but the reward is insane. Like her homing move, the biggest problem for me is when her homing move connects, she gets political storm into heat engage. Like I think that was one of the
Mhm,
dumbest changes. And now her low in heat gives her a guaranteed follow up as well. The little like
mhm.
high crushing. I don't know why they're just like slowly giving her more and more buffs. I
Yeah.
do think she can be fun to play against because it does feel like you're playing traditional Tekken in a sense where like again yeah okay I'm gonna jab here or I'm gonna slice the right duck, I'm gonna float
Mhm.
her or I'm not like you just sort of know the mind game that's coming, right?
Yeah.
But her charge move
Yeah.
is so
QC back
unbelievably
1+, QCF 1+2. Yeah.
it
It's good.
should not be a thing because it's a true 50-50. Like either you're gonna sidestep or you're gonna -13 punish it. Like it's
Mhm.
and good Lydias aren't taking like instant timing mixes. Like they are delaying or they're gonna cancel into the charge move into another mix. Like that's
Mhm.
what a lot of the Lydias in EU do, where they'll go into Heaven and Earth, cancel, do a charge in your face, get more plus frames, push you further to the wall, and then do it again.
Mhm.
So the mental stack this character can build on you is insane. She does have clear weaknesses, but the good Lydias know how to play away from that immediate timing. This is the counter play, red tear. Like she's very frustrating to deal with, but I do think outside of heat and outside of certain moves guaranteeing heat engages, uh, I think she plays very traditional Tekken. But I think it's more of just a skill matchup more than anything.
Mhm. Do you think it's even?
I think it's even.
Yeah, I would agree.
Probably put
God,
it
Heihachi. Heihachi, bro. It's hard. Like
for me. It's like
timing. It
here
feels like
somewhere.
a Bryan mirror in a sense, right? Where you're just fighting timings. He has electric. He has one back two, and then he pops Warrior Instinct, and it's not fair at the end. You
Yep.
know, it's like we're fighting a fair game until like
Yep.
the last two rounds, right? And it's like either you're gonna blow him up or he's gonna blow you up. And it comes down to like a skill matchup of timing, but then he also has that edge of like, yeah, I have an unfair round at the end.
Yep.
And he didn't get affected by the install nerfs that we did, right?
Not
He
all.
has a whole mechanic hit by himself.
Yep.
So yeah, I can agree with that spot right there.
Yeah, I think it's hell electric. Everything you said, it just feels like they're yeah, they are based that's the perfect way to put it. They're basically doing sort of what Bryan does. They're using forward four into nothing until you finally want to challenge him and all of a sudden your jab's getting a high crush type of thing. Um
Mm-hmm.
you're praying you can block a hell sweep at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just it feels okay until it doesn't. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and electric is just like a god button against Bryan anyway. so it's like
Yeah,
super
yeah.
hard to like close space against him, and he has such insane punishment, like especially like on
Mhm.
Hatchet, for example, while standing one into Perfect Omen, bro, is like 48 or 50 damage. Like
Yeah,
I
so much
hate
damage.
using even down four, getting while standing 4-4 into mix, like it's too
Yeah,
much.
it feels like crazy.
It's too much.
Clive, I see you hovering even.
Yeah.
I think he has all the things on paper that make him really hard to fight for Bryan. Like insane movement. He has the best male movement in the game, right?
Yeah.
Like he can step things that Alisa can, right? I don't know why, but he has that. He has insane panic options. Obviously, we can launch the orbital parry. We want them to do these things,
Yeah.
but when it happens, it's annoying, right? Like if we don't call it out, like because he can parry elbows and knees and weapons and all that, it's frustrating. And then he also has like really strong pokes to just play normally and back to down 1+2 4-4-2 counter hit at mid range. I think overall that, and then plus like just stance 50-50 where Bryan has to just guess, it feels pretty shitty alongside with like good punishment. So I would put him in hell personally, but that might be just bias because I just hate the character at the same time.
I
Like,
despise the character as well, and yeah, mine was more like looking at on paper stuff where it's like
mhm,
he can mess up his 10 frame
mhm,
and you can launch it, and you can they have to commit to a lot of 1-1, and I've been watching a lot of knee and low high play against Crescent and just how they approach the matchup. Those guys are just relaxed in any matchup, I swear to God. But
yeah,
in general, having a G clef against Clive is super good with the back two changes as well, and you have a
mhm,
great punish on his low, his 4 out
yeah,
of stance, so you can G clef every option, and then that's the one that you can't. But you can
mhm,
also single jab, so it's not like that deep. And being
mhm,
+8 with Bryan is great and whatnot. But yeah, the parry
yeah,
I think is like the worst thing to deal with as Bryan.
mhm.
Outside of that, he
Makes you
does have,
hesitate.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It makes you hesitate, like want to take your frames. And bro, these Clive players have developed some devious parry strats, like just
it's
random
like
button into,
Flash.
yeah, bro, literally.
It's like Flash. Yeah,
Um, Yeah, I
they did
completely
nerf him
forgot
a
that
little bit.
they parried knees and elbows as well. I completely forgot about that. So yeah,
Yeah,
that is annoying. And then yeah, the pure like they can just run at you and do 50-50s is super annoying to deal with. Yeah, I'll probably say it leans towards him. Leans towards
yeah,
him
I
or
would agree.
hell. It is definitely annoying
Mhm,
to deal with, but everything like the nerfs made it more manageable in my opinion. Like I've been having more success fighting against Clive this season than
mhm.
last season, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll be happy to like go in the middle, like here.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Anna, I haven't fought season three Anna with all the nerfs, so I don't know. I'm sure like the the two jab going away is so huge, right? That was so jarring before.
Hmm.
Like trying to hit a character and even frame trap a character that can move either way. Like if they're not smart, they know the frames also. Like Bryan doesn't do well with like playing frame tight,
Yep.
like that plus like constantly rinsing down forward 1-2 into whatever, but they nerfed the down forward 1-2-4 so you don't get counter hit launched or counter hit heat engaged off
Engaged.
of it. The full crouch down forward one, which was like the mid bazooka that heat dash launched,
Yep.
is now -12, so that's good for us too. So I think it used to be hell, but now it might just be even because of the reward Bryan gets off of guessing right, right? Like if you
Yep.
guess correctly on a while sending two, you get 4-1. If you guess and walk her, for example, you get her back. And if you guess correctly on the full crouch low, she's getting fisherman slammed into Oki, right? So
Yep.
I think it's even, maybe.
Yeah, I would say it still feels the same. Like I fight against Fran a lot. It still feels like you're fighting Anna. I think yeah, like you said,
Yeah,
the two jab change is definitely the most noticeable one, where they're not mashing
yeah.
into constantly. But generic down four is still like the down four one. Dealing with that
Yeah,
shit is like
it's so annoying
it's
actually.
so
Yeah,
toxic, bro. Because they just spam it, bro, and it just feels like you can never
it's
punish it. It's like
yeah,
um
it's true.
down forward 1-2 still oppressive as ever. The counterplay is still pretty much the same. So like the whole like you get reward, like good reward, it still feels like exactly the same where you're just like in a guessing simulator. But I think her pressure
Mhm.
is still as strong. Her weird like homing mid,
1+2. Mhm.
bro, that needs to go, or it needs to stop giving a follow up. Like it shouldn't be plus on block and then on counter hit can give you like this bazooka into wall splat into like chip damage and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she has so much high crush and just I think it still leans towards her, to be honest. I think it's still super oppressive to deal with.
Do you think it's hell or leaning towards her?
I think leaning towards. I think it's definitely more playable.
Okay.
I've actually been
Mhm.
like finding myself like enjoying it slightly, ever so slightly, playing against this character without the two jab and the
Yeah.
low counter hitting as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would probably put it like here.
Okay. Fakhumram, this character is so hard to fight. I think because he's playing the same range as you, like obviously QC back one is huge in this matchup, but there's a reason why Mole Gold will pick Fakhumram versus like low high, or
Mm.
like pick it versus me. Like he wants to bring that casino effect to that meta where like you can't comfortably block against this character ever.
Yep.
Yes, like their lows are like either launch or -14, but there's so much mental stack when you're defending against them. Plus, like the movement, the backwards movement that he has, similar ranges that he has, and yeah, just he's able to open up anyone. And Bryan is like someone that wants to be able to like use their health as a resource and like play timings, right? So it just feels like you have to throw hands and guess a
Yep.
lot of the times, right?
100%.
So it feels bad. Maybe lean towards Fakhumram for me.
Yeah, I would probably put in the same spot. I think most of what makes Fakhumram weak has nothing to do with like what Bryan has, but more just the fact that Fakhumram's super linear, in my opinion. A lot of his strings are like fake,
Yeah,
quite easy to call out. It's lovely having a heat engaging jab, a heat engaging
yeah.
G-Clef as well against them. Super strong. I don't know why they haven't nerfed up forward 3 on Fakhumram yet either. That's just it's still like giga homing, but
Yeah,
um
yeah.
yeah, I'll probably put it around oh, I'm a king, man. This fucking
I'm so
character.
curious to hear about how you feel about Armour King because
I
he
hate Armour
has
King.
he has this like similarly to Bryan before in T7 where like everyone's like, oh my god, Armour King's so solid, he's real Tekken, blah blah blah. But you fight it and it feels so boosted. You know what I mean?
Boosted.
Like so boosted sidestep to
Yeah.
um like the character stands there and he has aura of like I can't hit this guy because I might blow up, right?
Yep, yep.
Similarly to Bryan with like how he has Kazuya down for 2, he has a hop kick, he has a down jab string, he has
His own electric
T7
dark
movement.
kappa, bro.
Exactly. He has forward forward 2. He has a mini stance T8 thing with forward forward neutral 2 to open you up.
Might be, I think,
Full
one of the
throw
best
game.
mix up, like easy access stances in the game.
Yeah.
Back 1-2, sorry, should never allow him to go into
Go into
stance.
that.
Just it's hit confirmable. It's
Character is
way
so
too strong.
strong.
Way too strong, this
Yeah.
character. His FF neutral 2 is way harder to step than King's.
Yeah.
It's it's insane. Playing mid range against him with moves like FF4 and Lariat just coming at your face and like hitting you and clipping you from anywhere.
Feels
Super
so hard.
annoying to
Yeah.
deal with. We have a really, really good AK player. We have Falcon Alba.
Yeah. Mhm.
His playstyle is what like we Bryan mains hate. Like he just stands
Mhm.
still, does nothing, waits for you, and then just either hits you with a random hop kick, or he'll just wait for his turn and then start spamming forward forward neutral 2 into mix, into home and
Yeah.
giant swing, into just guess. And it's like
Yeah.
and
I
he
would put him in absolute hell, bro. Like this
yeah,
character is
yeah.
so hard to defend against. I don't think anyone has amazing AK defense. He just like he's like so good at mixing you up with so many different ways, right? Side
100%.
step 2, side step 4, chain grab, whatever,
Sidestep
right?
2,
So
man.
side step 2 basically.
Who would you put it
Uh,
above?
I would put him. I would put the Bears before Alisa maybe, and then I would put AK right after Alisa like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Similar, like
So I'd
something
swap
like that.
this
Yeah,
around. Would you
yeah.
keep these top three the same, or would you swap like anything around?
I put Jin a little bit more down, maybe like after AK,
After AK?
probably.
Okay.
Yeah, and then yeah, that's cool.
Miary Zo.
Miary down for 2 gravity. That shit has a
Gravity.
gravitational pull.
Bro.
Um,
Down forward 4
I
might be
think
like one of the best tools in the game. Yo.
characters is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. I used to like say like yeah like she has to like do a lot of paper cuts to hit you, but like man
Nah, dog.
she's just fishing for launchers. It's so fake, bro.
And bro, and
Um,
heat as well, just spinning in your face, adding
yeah,
gut
yeah, it's
sprays.
so hard.
It's, bro.
Uh, I think she has really good punishment for everything you do. Like 1-1-2,
Yep.
her 12 frame knocks down, 3-2 heat engage, while sending 1-4 for hatchet.
Yep.
And then she has the ability to like change the risk and reward on anything she guesses. So she doesn't ever play as risky as like, for example, like Anna has to, or like Lidia has to, or whatever. Like she can like just go for a little toe tap out of stance, or she can go for like a mid that's hit confirmable,
Yep.
or like a knockdown, you know. So it just feels like you have to be really clean and on point fighting this character. And she has like Alisa movement, like in terms of like sidestepping.
Yep.
So yeah, it's hard. I think maybe hell probably, but just because of character strength, like she's not gonna one shot you or anything like that unless she like hits a big sidestep 4 or sidestep 2.
Sidestep 2, yeah.
Yeah, or like down forward 4, and yeah, she has a safe hop kick in heat. She has insane chip 4-4-2, back 2-3, like is basically Nina's back 2-2, right? And it's just hard to deal with overall. Like you just
So would you
where
put
would
it
you put her?
where would you put it here, or you'd keep it in hell? I think
Maybe leaning slightly towards.
yeah, I'd probably put it at the top of here.
Yeah,
Yeah. How would you
that's fair.
arrange hell, or would you keep it like this? Because I think we've arranged the top.
Mhm. Oh, this is so hard. I would put. I think Lily Nina is fine. I would put Paul towards the end,
Yep.
like far there. Heihachi near there too. Shaheen there too. I would put Xiao Yu above Jack, and yeah, that's cool. What do you think? Is there any that you would switch around?
I'm pretty happy with these ones. Yeah, I'm happy
Yeah,
with this whole section here. I think in here the only thing I would move
yeah.
down would probably be like this.
You put Asuka in even. Okay,
I think I would put it in even.
okay.
But like right at the top though.
Mhm.
I would move Law down towards like here.
I might move Steve up, probably.
Where would you move Steve to?
Yeah, that right there is cool. I think it's a lot harder to fight him than the other characters.
And
Would you change
then
anything in even? Or like, are you not done with the leaning towards? What do you think?
I'm happy with the even, but slightly leaning towards. Would you change anything else, or move
No,
anyone from there, or
no, I think we can move on to even.
you think drag is like more towards
I think
here?
it's even.
You think it's even,
I,
yeah?
I would leave him there, like at the bottom of it,
Yeah.
like because it's at the end of the day, it's just a skill matchup. Maybe I would put Lars next to him too, and
Hmm.
then Raven up a little bit more because I think it's a little bit harder to fight Raven.
This Zafina one, man. I'm just taking your word on it. I just fucking
You
can't stand this
can
character.
put her. You could put her like before Lee for sure. I think Lee. You can put him before Lydia or like next to Lydia.
Or I'll
Or
just
do you prefer him up?
yeah. I'm like the Lee mains are gonna be shocked that I put him here because I'm number one Lee hater.
Oh yeah.
I despise this character and what he is. But again, yeah, I think it's still a bit of a bro, I can't even say it's like an even matchup, man. It's so like I just
It's your tier list. You can put him like in leaning towards Lee if you want to.
yeah, I
That's
think I
just
would have to move him up. Yeah, there's no way this
okay.
is like
Okay.
yeah, I'd probably
Okay. Cool.
who would I rather fight? No, I'd rather fight Lee than Eddy. I'd rather fight Lee than Fakhumram, Lee than Anna. Yeah, I think that for me
Okay.
is that's for me, that's calm.
Everything else though, I know you disagree on the Feng.
I don't like I'm happy to keep him there and take your opinion on
Okay.
this because again I know it's a me thing. Like I've tried to like understand why I'm so bad. Like I even played Feng a little bit just to try and like understand it and it felt like I'm just bad with like his play style.
Yeah.
He just feels overly oppressive for me. I just feel like
Mhm.
I'm never out of range, but I think I just end up freezing in the games where I end up just being in range when I shouldn't. So I think it's just something that will come with experience and time. But I'll definitely take your word on it because again, like I said, most Bryans that I watch, they look super comfy in this matchup. So
Yeah.
I'll take your word
Yeah.
for
I
it.
think everything else like it's pretty sorted. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Nice
closing words, any characters you want to cuss out?
job. Characters I want to cuss out: Armour King, Lili,
Yep, fire.
Bears. Yeah, Viktor. You're all carried. I do think Lily has to play like you have to play pretty well with her. If you just stop mindlessly stepping, then it becomes a lot harder to
Mhm.
deal with the character. But yeah, like I appreciate you having me on here. It
Thank
was
you.
fun.
Thank you for
Definitely
coming.
nice to like yeah. I think in the future we should just talk more about Tekken in general because it's nice to just like hear your opinion on like how matchups should be played, and like our experiences are like really different with the character pool,
Yeah,
right? So
100%.
like, yeah, this is my strategy versus this. This is like what I like to do versus this. So I think we can just like pick each other's brains from now. It would be fun too.
100%. Yeah, no, I agree. I think, yeah, that was like the main thing for me. Like when I shot the video myself and I was just like, there was a lot of times where I'm just like, oh, I haven't really played against this matchup too much. I'm
Mhm.
just gonna put this here for the sake of it. But it was really nice getting your opinion because like you guys in NA just fight like absolute cancer every day.
You
Like,
saw that picture of like top eight
bro,
TNS, and you're
that
like, bro.
nah, like, oh, bro, I wouldn't even join that TNS because first of all, you guys play on like 100 MS as your average, right? And then on top of that,
Yeah,
you're playing against flipping like Zafina, King, Lee, Ling, no, Ling, and like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
like, dog, nah, it's
yeah,
not for me, man. But
yeah.
yeah, it was nice to get your opinion and your thoughts as well, and like pick your brain on some of these matchups. Definitely given me a lot to think about. The Feng one is the main one for me for sure.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's cool also to just like have like similar experiences, even though we're across the world.
yeah,
Like yeah, like when we both looked at Armour King and we just didn't say anything about King. We just like just put him there, bro.
just straight
Like
up.
so it's been yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming on. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see some more stuff, more collaborations, subscribe to our only. No, I'm joking. But yeah, like that was fire. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you follow Mr. Tone's socials. They will be hovering around his face somewhere on that side. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Peace.